Oh, sh-
Advantage. I'm saying that anybody who sees me in that fucking
Audio. Now they can hear us.
Oh. Why?
And now they can
Gross.
see us.
Oh, even worse.
Even more why?
All right, guys,
Even
vamp for a second while I
worse.
finish writing this blurb so that I can...
Vamp.
Well,
vamp.
ladies and gentlemen, I apologize in advance for not being more prepared for this, but I got a new computer and I'm having issues. As in, having issues is I don't have my character sheet.
I will make no apologies. You came here willingly, and you know what we're about.
No apologies.
But I'm here, and you're there, and I'm going to attempt to try and fix this somehow. I don't know how I'm going to do that.
Plug in your old PC into the next nearest thing
The
you
great
have.
news is that Mythcraft is probably going to end tonight at the rate things are going. We're likely going to have that team wipe that we all.
That's shut
Yeah.
up.
Let's talk briefly about that.
It's been
Who
2
wants
weeks.
to
Do not forget that our main goal was to get the glaive and run.
Yeah, who wants to give me a quick breakdown of where they think we are? Let's hear it. Let's.
We're in the middle of a fight.
Yeah, I want.
Yes, we're in the
I
middle
guess
of a
that is a quick breakdown. I'm actually looking for. Who wants to tell me?
Go out.
How well
Zoom out.
you're doing? Zoom out a little. How well are you? Zoom in a little, actually. How well are you
I
doing?
want to hear.
We're not
I
doing
want to hear
well.
Henry first.
We're not doing well. We're at the top of the round, which means that it's going to be Mav going first, followed by Jairus,
That's great.
followed by Homeboy Gollum, followed by me, followed by Jay. And he's doing just fine. He just wiped off all the grease. Jorn and I not doing hot.
Yeah.
Jairus also not doing bad, but not doing great, if I'm not mistaken. Or wait, no, he didn't take any damage, I don't think.
He's just sneaking around.
Maybe he took some damage, but not a lot.
I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. We're fighting
Gall's
a big
plant is doing its best.
All right, I mean, its big move is done. I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mav walked away for a second. He was here just a second ago.
Good question.
Oh, I'm here. I'm fixing things.
Thanks for checking in, Left. We appreciate you.
Yeah. Thanks, bud. Zooming out, we're fighting a big golem man because we're trying to rob a tomb, and the big golem man is the guardian of said tomb. Guardian of said tomb is also very, very strong, or at least very, very effective against specifically us. So far, things have not worked out great in our favor. The only thing we want is his glaive. It would be great if we could loot further, but the only thing we need is his glaive. And
I'm going
this
for
is
his
our the second attempt at the glaive, and we still have not so much as managed to yank it out of his hands, which was the only thing we have tried so far. And now we've been hit again, and we haven't done any damage.
The first time we tried to fight him,
yes,
it did not go well.
This time we focused on this, and this didn't work either. And because we focused on this, we haven't really hurt him yet. So we need to think about retreat. And then we're going to have to figure out what we say to the guy whose job we took when we show up with nothing this time. Hopefully that's not a big deal.
Well,
that's what Jeff is planning for.
We can only hope.
The GM smiled in a way I don't like. Let's go.
But hey,
every time the GM smiles is the way you don't like. What's your adventuring name?
Zoom out further. Yeah, we are an adventuring group called the Orderlies. We just named ourselves
we are not called the Orderlies. Get it right.
Disorderlies. The Disorderlies. Thank you. The Disorderlies are called that because we have various aspects of law under our belts, mainly 2 criminals and a lawyer and a guard. We have been traveling ever since we met up in a town called Bridgemore. We've gone on several little adventures since then. And we may or may not be hiding or fighting a evil unicorn that owns the soul of one of our members. Hi, Klep. And that's the rundown quickly of what we've been up to. Lately, we've been doing odd jobs for a shady person in a shady town for money.
Absolutely.
That's what you do.
I love that. I love that description so far. You've done great. I think we need to vamp for a second longer for our buddy Mav. So what I'm going to do here is also I'd like to get my phone charger. So that's going to be a little me vamp.
I'm gonna grab some water while you talk.
Yes, do what you need to do while I talk. So yes, of course, welcome everybody, come all, to our wonderful show, Mythcraft Country. This is our Friday night show. As you know, if you've been here, if you haven't, welcome. But if you've been here, you know Friday nights for the boys. Boys is gender neutral. In this situation, we always try to crack open a cold one. For the boys, we have a little cheese for the. Everybody will cheers when they get back. We'll do another one. I just wanted to take a drink of my fucking drink. So we're going to have a grand old time here. I'm Jeff, your Mythcraft, and normally I'm your like Torchlit Twitchmaster or Torchlit Torchmaster or some weird arrangement of that. That drinking ASMR. Jay was complaining about being prostituted? When? Anyways. So.
Sounds like fake news.
Fake news. So, I'm Jeff, your Mythcrafter. Chicka chicka MC. I have been abandoned. Where did all of my team go? And I'm going to basically take you through this fun, weird, wild world. We're playing a system called Mythcraft, which is not the D&D you know. It is still a TTRPG. It is still a D20 based system. And God help me, it's so much fun. If at all I convert a single person to playing Mythcraft, I'll be happy, because genuinely this is my favorite TTRPG currently, and I have now played at least 5 others, so this is still my favorite, no doubt. Moving forward with that, joining me
better
is
than 5th edition, hands down.
Hands down, better than 5th edition, and honestly better than 3.5. Hot take, better than 3.5.
Wow.
Better than 3.5. You know, and I'm gonna tell you why. I like 3.5. I even like Pathfinder. It's better than both of them. I even like Pathfinder. Or I especially like Pathfinder, probably more than 3.5. So just to put that out there. I'll tell you
Cold take here. Cold take. Mythcraft is the best of all of them.
Interesting.
I think it's better than 3.5 or Pathfinder, because both of those get very crunchy in a certain type of way, and this manages to get. Henry got loud. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
He's loud. I'll turn him down a little bit for you. I'll turn him down. He's just a loud boy sometimes.
I would love to see Mythcraft tools to make choosing your talents a little easier to parse through, but otherwise, I'm more or less on the same boat. But I am going to withhold my full judgment till I GM a little bit, which I do intend to do.
That's fair. I've not actually played a lot. I've only played as a GM PC, so who knows what it's really like.
And I know it's a different show that we do, but since we're vamping and talking, I know we're still going to go more in depth, not next Wednesday, but the following Wednesday.
Correct.
But I really do love the mixed feel of Numenera. Like, it has a lot of the things I like from Mythcraft, and then it has its own new addition, like the levels for the role. I really like that. Like, you don't get into the big add-ons to your role. Your roles are going to be small, but you're going to be able to fight it.
Yeah,
and
I wouldn't mind
take
playing
something that's like a level 20 difficulty, and at level 1, bust that shit down to like a 9.
Yeah, playing Numenera made me feel like a little bit longer of a game of Numenera would be fun to get into that world and that system a little bit more. But I don't know if we'll ever make time for that. But
yeah,
it'd be fun.
That's something we'll discuss later for sure.
Yeah, I think if I were to have gone into that with a character that I was more invested in, I feel like it also would have had an even bigger impact.
Fair enough. I think that I don't really want to get too deep into it because I do want people to tune in. If you haven't been watching System Overload on System Overload, we're going to really get too deep into that. I think Numenera had some interesting elements to it. I think that it really kind of hits on this same thing that like Pathfinder 2 has tried to hit on, which is like how do you make sure somebody's good at something and take a little bit of the fluke out of it, right? You know, I think that's the whole point of the talk 'em down element. And Pathfinder 2 does that in a very different way by making crits and crit successes and fails plus or minus 10 over the DC, right? But in my mind, it's the same thing. It's like, can you be good at this thing? Tell me why you could be good at this thing. Okay, you're good at that thing, right?
Yeah.
And it's making sure that you're specialized.
One of the things that I appreciated about it, I mean, we're basically doing the end session that's going to happen in two weeks.
Which is
so
why
maybe,
I don't want to get too deep into it. That's why I was like, I like
that
that
being said,
too.
what I'll say is this. The reason you play different RPGs is so that you can be better at the one you like playing. Because I'm going to take that level system of deciding difficulty to just about any D20 system. It could pretty much apply.
Yeah.
It's a great way to just instantly think about how challenging is a subject.
Right.
That's how hard it'll be. That's the role. That and
that's definitely
learning how
a big giveaway, because the end of all of those is always, what are you going to take from this system? You've already said what you're taking.
definitely,
Spoiler alert.
absolutely. Well, that's one of a few things. But yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. That's the best part of System Overload. If you're not joining us there, we're trying different things and we're seeing what we can learn from them and seeing what's really fun. Because this,
I low-key look forward to the talks about the system more than playing the system sometimes, because I think it's interesting to hear what everybody has to say about it.
but
I'm also a huge TTRPG nerd, so that might not be for everybody.
me too at this point, bro. Me too. And let me tell you, this experience is what made me really kickstart that. It's an idea I've had for a long time, and then I decided to try running a different game just because I was so stoked about the game type. And I was like, fuck, this is great. So,
And if you're anything like Tony and you watch, you can get, and you're trying to create your own system, you can see all of it in real time and be like, hey, this is rad. This is rad. I want all of these in mine.
Mm-hmm. Pick the best mechanics you enjoyed.
yeah,
Exactly.
pick the shit that works.
You get
And see if you
to
can work 'em
build the ideal game.
Ideal for you.
oneself, that
for
is.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Jared, Mav.
We've been vamping for a while, man.
Yeah, Mav, are you
I'm
okay?
doing computer surgery. Almost done.
Okay. Well, you know what? We're gonna kind of try to jump into this. I'm gonna do the intros that we kind of
I ain't
haven't
got
done
no
yet.
legs.
All right. So again, I'm Jeff. We cracked open a cold one. We did a little cheers. Thank you.
Drinking water.
We drink. We smoke. We have a good time. It's Friday night, but it's also the night of love. So just so all you fine people out there know, we love you. You know
We're
why?
all our Valentines.
You know why? Because Valentine's Day is actually secretly Torchlit Day. This is our anniversary too. So I'm going to take a moment to be like, hey, in case you didn't know, this is Torchlit Day as well as Valentine's Day. We officially started Torchlit as a brand, as a company, and more specifically as a podcast on this day 7 years ago. So for 7 years, our podcast has been pumping out stuff, and for at least 3 of those, I've been pumping out stuff here on the Twitch, and I'm so happy and so excited that all of you have been joining us for this whole time and this experience. Thank you. It's weird that it's rare that we have a stream day that falls on our special Torchlit Day here of Valentine's.
You're also lucky that like no dates kind of worked out. We're gonna just move our Valentine's largely for most of us.
Yeah, I'm also extremely lucky that for some reason nobody could be out on a Friday night for Valentine's Day. But I'll let you know, the secret was I had a couples DM thing planned if it didn't work out. So maybe we'll get to that at some point.
That would have been adorable.
Yeah. So with that being said,
What was
again, I'm
that
Jeff.
laugh?
I'm Jeff. Joining me, as per usual, is Henry.
Howdy doody, baby booty. I'm Henry. I play Clip. I'm a happy little raccoon boy, and right now, actually, no. I take back what
Say
I
happy?
said. Not
I'm not
happy.
happy ever lately. Yeah, not lately.
And
He is a raccoon boy.
I am.
Here's
a
all the
raccoon
other
boy.
things.
Yeah. Not feeling too hot right now.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Physically or mentally. We're gonna see where this goes.
Hell yeah. And also joining me is Jameson.
Hi, my name is Jameson Oxford. I'm going to be playing Gaul Sudman. I'm a Brunei, which is a small little gnomish troll man. He sleeps he turns to stone when he falls asleep. He breeds by hugging another female until they become one, like an anglerfish. And he's a lawyer, or as he likes to say, a liar by trade. So yeah, that's him. He's also addicted to the adventure nowadays. He's never felt so alive than when his life is on the line. But occasionally, like, the lives of him and his friends, like, actually start to look dire, and he doesn't love that. And that's the situation he's finding himself in again today. So we'll see how that goes. And playing with us as well is Jared. Is Matt?
Yes. Hold on. I'll do it. I'll do it with camera off as I'm currently doing. I am currently your faceless and never had been streamer. You'll see me in just a moment. Currently trying to fix a small problem. I will be playing the apparently the team's tank and de facto leader. I guess at this point in time, I'm the one that tries to keep us together.
Vanguard.
But I'll be playing the Lupine. I'll be playing the Lupine Hondu character known as Jordan McBain. So you'll see me very soon.
Absolutely can't wait to see you here for this. I do regret one thing, and that is when I ran away while Jay was introducing himself that I didn't say, haha, now the show's yours. That was my opportunity. Could have just escaped this. Like the Santa Claus, like he killed me, and then he becomes it. Anyways, that's not important. So yes, as we already know, we already did our little recap. They met on the bridge, and then they're fucking misfits, and they're fucking kind of pseudo criminals. And yeah, guys, come on.
What crime has Gaul committed? I'll wait.
This is still theft.
This is theft from who? Dead people?
You can steal from dead people. Also, you're stealing from the Guardian, who is clearly too alive for you to handle.
This is
It's the glaive of the tomb Guardian. Not the glaive of the dead guy in the tomb.
I'm gonna have to check the local bylaws, because I'm pretty sure that this creature is not considered a being in the local.
You will have to check the local bylaws. Hey, actually, do me a favor real quick. While we're dickering over shit, you got your character sheet out. I need you to make me a int-based skill roll on that right now.
In the middle of this pitched fight.
Yeah. It has nothing to do with this pitched fight.
An int-based skill roll. Yeah. I have religion, history, economics, law, and arcana.
I'm going to allow you to roll arcana for this. Arcana makes the most sense.
That's phenomenal, because it's the only one that I have more than 1 point in.
Yeah. Roll arcana, and I actually will set the DC for you. Say it is a intermediate DC, so it's like 13. Beat a 13.
I got a 17.
Wonderful. You would have beat a difficult DC. And I thought about it being difficult. But here's what I'll tell you right now. Here's free outside of the world knowledge, or outside of the moment knowledge that you actually know thanks to that roll. You know that if you cast the spell to make a golem continuously for a year, it becomes permanent.
Okay.
After it becomes permanent, the decision between sentience and non-sentience, or the distinction, I should say, is very tough because it now just gets to live. It doesn't really have to be a slave.
So you're saying that this mage just had a baby and ain't raising it, just left it alone to fend for itself. That's got to be illegal itself. Should we call CPS on this Tomb Guardian? Make sure it's getting taken care of? He just left it alone in a cave with a bunch of dead shit.
You don't know how long this tomb guardian has existed. For all you know,
I think we do. I think you said it's like a 10,000-year-old fucking tomb or some shit.
I said
Didn't
it
you
was.
tell us
I
something
said it
along
was very old. I didn't give you a specific number. I think what's most important here is that you don't know how old the tomb guardian is.
By Brunei years 400.
Yeah, by Brunei years. And more specifically here, what I'm saying is you don't know how long that this tomb guardian lived with the person whose tomb he's guarding. Guarding? Guardianing?
And what I, Gall Sudman, liar, am trying to tell you is that it is not my job to judge the law. It is my job to weave it and to mediate a good turn. Look, I represent us right now, and we don't want to die.
Fair. Man, all that vamping, we lost 4 viewers in that time. God
Sorry.
damn.
I was
It's
trying and I wasn't able to
It's
get
okay.
it fixed. The other computer will not boot anymore, so it's lost forever, at least for now.
Well,
Uh-oh.
I hope you have some memory of what was on it.
I do.
Good.
So, do you have a PDF of it?
No, we're
find it.
like seriously very close to getting VTT versions of it.
How's the music?
Music's fine. I can't hear Jay talking, but maybe he's just mouthing.
I muted myself.
Yeah.
I was turning on my Twitch on my phone. I didn't want you all to hear it. So, don't we have a PDF version in the drive that he should have?
It is in the drive.
Oh. Okay.
I probably
You
just
hear
don't
no
have
music?
drive anymore.
You're talking about the rules, right?
You should
No,
hear very faint music.
No,
Very
he's
quiet.
talking about a character sheet. We do. We hear very faint music.
No, I'm talking to chat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Olvin said he didn't hear it.
That's
Olvin
important.
says he didn't hear it.
Okay.
It's really faint.
All right, I found it.
Wonderful.
So-
Welcome to
I'll
the hell,
start
but at least
recreating
yours isn't too loud.
Yeah, mine actually allows me to adjust it. So like,
Mine allows me to adjust it. It just doesn't. It lies to me about how loud it is.
see now it's really loud, isn't it?
No, not to
No?
me.
Not really loud, but it's louder.
It's louder.
Left says, or Ulvin says, oh, I have to have it up to 100 to hear it. Everybody's different with music. Anyways, apparently that's just fine. I love that. I agree. It is just fine. Let us crack into this. So, I did. Where'd my owlbear go? It's here. Sign into my owlbear real quick.
All that vamping time, and you're just now getting into your owlbear?
I know. What a fucking
Dang.
loser I am.
What is wrong with us?
What a
Is it?
loser.
What is this?
All right. Bring the map back up.
It's the game
I'm the map.
arena. There we go. Nope, that's not the one.
I'm the map. And then let me make sure I invite everybody.
Wait a second.
Okay, bear with me for a second. I'm gonna test the volume on these other sounds.
I'm not going to bear with
See if
you,
it gets-
but I will panda with you, which is a kind of a type
Okay.
of bear.
Okay. None of them should be too loud. I'm just verifying.
Yeah, they're fine.
There we go. There I
I can't even
am.
hear that one.
All right.
Yeah. This might be a very short episode, everybody. Buckle in.
Buckle in.
Oh, shit.
I can't wait to finish
stop.
writing the notes for
Stop.
how this fucking thing goes, because I've literally just got like nothing written for the last 3 episodes. I was like, oh, I'm just not going to finish writing notes, because like, what's the point?
I stopped taking notes because I started paying attention.
Oh, I'm so proud
what
of
it's
you,
like.
but also not proud of you, because both are kind of necessary.
They're absolute bullshit. Both of those statements.
Yeah. What a choice. All
make
right.
those.
So he's right. We are at the top of the order. The top of the order is going to be Jorn. Let us
I
jump.
don't think the owlbear is up to date.
It is, in fact. That's where we left off.
Weren't Jay and I running?
Well, see, Gaul is way over here. Gaul never got that
I am
close.
so far south.
Yeah,
so
Gaul
yes, the
never
answer
got
is-
that close. And you're on your rabbit at the correct distance away. This is exactly
Okay.
where we left it.
Okay.
I think we ended on your turn. You had started running, is what had happened.
No, we
After-
ended at the end of the round. The end of the round was Skelly's. And then, so now we're at the beginning of the new round.
Actually, you might be right. Is this up to date? Because didn't I try to hook him? Did I run away that far again already?
You did run away.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You did try to hook him. I know that we're up
It
to
did
date
not go
because
well.
there I am surrounded. It sucks.
Hey,
Just
surrounded
like I
by
remember being
skeletons.
there.
I've been there
So
before.
there I was, surrounded by skeletons.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, that looks familiar. Look at that.
Yeah, Clip's not going to be surrounded by skeletons again.
No, of course not. It killed him last time.
Bad experiences.
Yeah.
Can say,
Just
don't
seeing
recommend.
this, just seeing the skellies might even give him a little bit of the pistated.
Pistated?
Sorry, pistated. I forgot the T.
Pistated? Yeah. Never forget the T.
Yeah. Can't forget the T. It's very important in that acronym. If you forget the T, then it's like, what are you even talking about?
What
So
are you
we're at the top of the
complaining
round,
about?
yeah?
Yeah.
You said we're
But
at the
the
top
guy
of the
at the
round?
top of the round is occupied.
Yeah, it's Jordan. It's Jordan at the top of the round.
It's
You
Jordan.
still got to figure out what he's doing. That's part of the reason
guys.
I fucking took so long is because I was like, well, we have to start with.
Hold on. I'm working on it.
Guys, maybe we should like cut our losses or something.
Here's what I'm gonna tell you. Let me paint the picture for you. That I can do in this time. So,
Did the guy get weaker, like from resting so long? Like his hinges like tightened up while we were gone?
yeah, dude, he died. Game over.
Yeah,
There we go.
great.
He
All right,
died.
what do we
Game
Why
play
didn't we
over.
next?
ask that question from the beginning?
And the world shuts itself like a giant book. Who's taking over for me? No.
I got it.
It's
Oh.
in a book. Reading Rainbow.
I listen. You don't want to sign up for that, bud. You're not ready to
I don't.
to DM this
I don't.
system.
Okay, I've got my
happily watch
I've got
him
my
try.
basics. So I am going to go ahead.
Hold on. Let me actually set the stage for you. Where we left
Yeah,
off.
tell us the last round of combat.
Where we left off. I should have listened to it. I didn't listen back to it though. Oh, did I repost? Did I post it? I gotta post it too. Anyways, I didn't listen back to it, so I can't tell you exactly. But this is how I remember it, and the picture I'm going to paint for now, unless somebody's going to listen back while I'm fucking yibbity yapping. So,
I think I remember how it ended, so I'll just see if.
so he is still on his back, but he is no longer grappled.
No, I did grapple him last round again. He hasn't tried to rest from the last grapple.
Okay, so he's on the ground, grappled. This tomb guardian is looking dinged up. To be clear, he's taken some of your damage. This is visible upon his silvery visage. But he doesn't appear to be stopping, and in fact is his eyes have begun to glow brighter, and he appears to be less calm.
They were also glowing green, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, they've begun to glow a bright green, and his sort of calm demeanor in this fight has begun to wear. In fact, it is worn off mostly. He is not freaking out, but for those of you who have kind of better ability to see, kind of feel people out, you can tell he is no longer in the state of being like, I will just kill you and move on. He's like, I will kill you.
Hey, good, we're getting to him. That's a good thing.
Standing over him is Jorn, who is grappled with the one arm that has the glaive in it. Next to him is Jairus, as illustrated here. Next to him is on the sort of right hand side is Jairus, who is surrounded by two skeletons next to and the boxing plant of Jay's. The final skeleton, of Gauls. You're right. The final skeleton is flanking Jorn.
On that name.
The final skeleton is flanking Jorn, while our little friend Klep and his big bunny Thumper is the name of the thing, not what he calls it, are trying to escape. We begin.
Stop.
It's a little hot.
Sorry, that one wasn't tested. That one's got to go.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You can control.
Thanks for gripping and ripping. As we get back into it, Jorn, you are locked with his one arm that holds the glaive. I'll let you decide if it's specifically with the arm or with the whole arm or with the glaive. Standing over
Glaive
it,
itself. Mm-hmm.
and you know that you probably don't have much of a chance to keep him from standing, as he appears to be constantly struggling to break free and relatively succeeding to break free and stand again.
Okay. All right.
Actually, did he stand? He might have stood already.
No, he tried to remember, but remember, it took all he could just to break out of the grapple.
Yes.
And because he was going to attack with the glaive, and because he is prone, he cannot attack with a two-handed weapon. So he had to do a different action.
Yeah, he punched. I remember now.
Yeah, he punched me, and it hurted it. Doesn't feel good.
I'm sure it did.
Oh.
All right, so what are you going to do, Jorn?
Gaul said that other shit. Hey guys, this isn't going well. Maybe we should just cut our losses.
Okay. At this point in time, if we're cutting and running, I will release the grapple, which I could do as a free action, and move my entire AP away. I know it's going to get attacked by at least the fucking skeleton. So I'm going to move.
Yes, you're going to.
You're muted, Jeff.
I know.
3, 4, 5, 6.
I remembered right after I started talking. Yes, you are going to, in fact, take an exploit from at least.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to take my DM's dice out. The ritual is complete.
Huzzah.
You're going to take an exploit from at least the skelly, but it turns out you're going to take an exploit from both. So let me roll those for you to see if you survive.
Gonna be Big Ouchie. That's right. I have been there.
All right.
Big ouchie.
Big Ouchie.
Does a dirty 20 hit?
Yes.
Wonderful. You're going to take not that dice. This dice.
Sound wonderful to me.
You're going to take 9 damage from that as the golem punches you. As you
Okay.
try
Take
to
5.
escape.
Yep.
And then the other guy's got its sword out. Oh, but he doesn't roll as good. Oh no. I'm sure that a 7 doesn't hit you.
No, it does not.
The skelly takes a mighty swing at you, and it
Hits the other one.
It is bad enough that he just hits the ground. It just hits the ground.
Hits
It
the
doesn't-
golem in the glaive and knocks it toward the doorway.
It hits him right in the glaive. Yeah, no, that doesn't happen. No. But
So
that's how that goes.
yeah, so I move all the way to where in front of Gaul is. That's my entire action.
Okay,
Oh shit! You listen to me. Fantastic.
I'm one of the few that heard you, so
you release and begin to escape. As you release, he was already fighting against you.
smacks me.
And he just punches you right as you try to walk away. Using the momentum of this punch, you turn and you just run with all you got, narrowly avoiding being sliced by the skeleton, or at least it feels like narrowly avoiding. From the outside, the skeleton doesn't really come that close. That being said, we're moving on to the next in the order, which is Gaul.
I hear it whistle by, but at the same time, it wasn't close.
Oh, it's Gaul? Oh shit.
It's Gaul.
Okay. All right.
Hey,
so
that
I'm gonna.
plant's there real close, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm gonna just do the plant thing again and see if I can't try to keep pinning him to the ground. He's standing at this point, or he's still on the ground?
He's still on the ground at this stage.
If you
I get
grapple him,
TA?
he would have to break out.
Yeah, you get TA because he's prone.
Yes.
Right? To
Yes.
grapple him? All right, cool.
You get 1 TA because he's prone.
That's not going to be enough TA. I rolled a 5 plus. Should I bother with that math? That's
Dude, bother with it. Let's see. I don't think you're going to add enough.
9.
Because remember, you do a strength
9
versus his
total?
versus his reflex.
Yeah.
9 total?
Yeah, it's my awareness for that, but yeah.
No, remember, it's a strength attack versus his reflex.
No, he
Yes,
just
but my
uses
strength
awareness.
is based on the plant.
Can't I-
Spell.
Can't I spend my luck to allow him to reroll?
No, you
No,
can't.
your own rolls.
Okay.
We discussed this. You
Not gonna
cannot.
bother.
So
Okay.
it fails. It does in fact fail. You attempt the plant attempts to glob back on him, and he just kind of bats it away as he begins to try to stand. Next in the order will be Klep. Klep, you are currently booking. Do you wish to continue?
As a free action, I would like to call out to Jairus.
Uh-huh.
Fuck, I gotta. Hey, Jairus, are you good over there?
Let me do this in more of a situationally accurate depiction. I don't know about good, but I'm here and hopefully not for long alone.
Shit, I'm trying to remember. Oh, I don't have it brought up. I'll bring up the thumper. Klep is going to use 2 AP to boom thunder the skeleton in between Jairus and I.
All right, so you're going to throw the
boomerang.
boomerang. Throw it, partner.
Does a
No.
18 hit?
No. Fuck.
No.
No. 18. Yes, it does.
For specifically Skelly number 4.
For Skelly number 4, an 18 will hit.
Okay.
But will it kill?
Let's find the fuck out.
Fuck around and find the fuck out.
7 blunt
Okay.
and 4 sonic.
That's a total of, let's see, 7
11.
blunt and 4 sonic is 11. Hold on. Let's see if there's any sort of fun interactions they have there. Okay, looking at it, doing math. Okay. Yes, you hit it. It bounces off the skeleton. The skeleton fucking rattles, and it remains standing.
Okay. Sorry, I gotta look up the thumper
Okay.
because I think I can use movement reactively with the thumper.
You might be able to. You might.
You might need to look up mounted combat, but I do believe the rules are kind of sparse on it.
Yes. Hold on.
No,
Actually,
I meant the thumper specifically. It's flightly. When a creature moves into
Oh.
reach of the thumper can move up to its speed.
Yeah.
Oh,
So if
Cool.
anyone approaches me, I can move 40 feet.
Isn't that neat?
that is neat.
Then I will swing off again.
All right. Swing off again, dude.
Does a 14 hit?
Let me be sure. A 14. Yes.
Hold on, I gotta do the anime.
Kenny's hitting us up with a bunch of examples of ways to use our story points, which we really appreciate, Kenny. Thank you.
Oh, that is awesome! Yeah.
No, it's truly a great thing that he's doing there.
Hell
do
yeah.
appreciate
we
it.
should really
8 blunt,
apply those.
I need to get into that for sure.
5 sonic. That's a good one.
8 and 5. What's that total to?
13, baby.
13. Okay, and then blunt. 8 is blunt. 5 is sonic. And that was on the same one.
Correct.
You throw the
I'm trying to drop that sack of bones.
boomerang. It hits it as the little boom goes off. You just see him fall to pieces. Boom, and just as it as it falls to pieces. And
Now get out,
becomes
Cheris.
a pile of bones on the ground.
Now get out, Jairus.
Wonderful. Yes, that's the end of your turn. then?
And I'm gonna use one of the thumper's AP to move.
Away.
To move away. To get the
Stop
fuck
me if you've heard this one before.
out of here.
To match right up next to Gaul.
I'm gonna use 1 AP to crazy thought and get the fuck out of here. If you don't mind.
Which does mean I still have 1 reactive AP for that song gun.
That samba gumba.
You know, I should have attacked twice. I could have done that. That's fine.
Poor choices. Poor choices made there.
Yeah, I'm by the door. I'm not that worried about it. I was saving some shit though, because I don't know what's about to go down.
It's going down on the DMs, I'll tell you that much. It go down.
Oh.
All right, so that's going to be. Oh, I forgot. There should be a skeleton that went
Dickhead's
before
turn.
you. There should have been a skeleton that went before you, actually. So let me just do. I'm silly. Let me just run the Skelly's turn real quick. This is Skelly 1. So Skelly 1. He moves in. He's gonna do what the Skellies do. He's gonna try to attack Jairus. Boop, boop, beep, boop. Is that enough? It's not. He attempts. He fails. He ain't got nothing better. Oh, he did move a little bit though. He had to move. So that's all he's got. He moved just a square, but that's fucking enough to count as a movement. So he fucking swings, and Jairus manages to parry with his short sword. Now we're at Jairus' turn. Jairus he has TA on him still. He's got to give it a shot. Oops, wrong dice. whatever that is, it doesn't matter. I was the wrong dice. He gets his own dice. Thank you very much. Blah, 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 blah.
Would I have been able to try sleight of handing the glaive out of the golem's hand?
I don't think so. But you weren't really in a situation to have tried.
I mean, I was right next to him at one point.
Yeah, but like...
I'm not gonna go do it. I'm just curious, like, would that have been a feasible option? Would you have allowed me to use sleight of hand? That's what I'm asking.
Yes, and I get what you're asking. I don't think that's the proper use of sleight of hand. I would have to read the way that they break it down. I just don't think, personally, sleight of hand is like, you do a trick to, like, convince somebody that you're not doing what you're doing. It's not the dexterous ability of your hands as much as it's like...
Taking something out of their hand that they're actively using would be kind of difficult. I would say not impossible, but difficult.
Even the best magician would have a hard time sleight of handing something you are actively gripping with all your fucking
I'm
might.
trying to beat you with this club and you take it out of my hand and I don't notice.
Yes, but
It's
nobody's holding a watch.
Different.
That is true.
You know?
I'm not actively trying to beat you to death with my watch while you steal it.
That's fair.
That's like being like, and ta-da, I have the baseball bat. Take that, sir.
That being said, it is some Bugs Bunny shit. There is a precedent. Bugs Bunny defense.
The Bugs Bunny defense. Gall loitering this situation yet again.
Yeah. I mean, that is true. I can't tell you how many times I've seen Bugs Bunny be like, you're holding this pencil? Now I'm holding this pencil.
Who's holding it now? How many fucking points do I got? Okay, and then I can do another one for just one, right? Let me see. What's my... I believe so. Yes.
You're
Okay.
in camera.
So I will...
You get the whole fireplace in camera.
All right. So
Watching for that.
That's awkward.
I
thought I could at least skip the one and maybe reach over to the other.
Jairus attempts to stab at him and he gets fucked while he was on the ground and he plinks off the side of him, clearly not doing any damage. He says, fuck it, and goes at him with the short sword, attempting to stab him and cause whatever amount of damage he can manage.
Jairus, what are you doing, man?
If I'm going out, I'm trying to at least take a little bit with me. So he does that. That's gonna be this plus
Going
this.
out. Jairus is not dying visibly, right? When he says that,
He's not
I feel
visibly
like that's
dying.
a mixed signal.
It's a mixed signal. It is a hard.
Okay.
It is a confusing signal for sure. That brings him down to oh wait, plus 3. That makes it
A number.
yes, a number that you don't get to know,
Fuck
but
yeah.
I get to know.
We're good at math.
It's a number, guys. I don't know if you know this. It's a number. And honestly, this is what I'll tell you. As he stabs into this guardian, the guardian's lights, like in his joints and the little parts of him that light has been coming out, flicker briefly, but it does. It's like anybody who's paying close attention, which it feels like everybody's got eyes on this right now, sees it flicker for a moment as he hits it, and you can kind of take that how you want to take it. But at that point, Jairus uses what little ability he has left to run. He's going to take some attacks here on the way out. What's the movement again? 20. All right. Do it this way, silly me.
Oh, Kenny's random facts. Ow!
Yeah, he's just going to make a straight up run for it. Then he's going to take 3. Oof. Okay. This is probably going to hurt a lot. So, prepping myself for that.
I've got him. Hold on. It's important.
Okay, well, I already rolled that. Whatever. And then... the first skeleton swings and bites into him with his sword. The second skeleton swings and bites into him with his sword. Actually, is there a smarter way? He's not going to run straight out into his doom. Let me be smart about this. Do this so that we don't get both.
Why would we start now?
Well, it doesn't matter because the diagonal.
You're crossing both either way.
Yeah. Either way, I'm leaving everybody's threat range. So, and that one also is a hit. Now, luckily enough, he is on the ground, so he can't use the glaive. That helps.
Can I make a bullshit argument?
Huh.
That
Stop you.
the golem's partially concussed from the boomerang, so he misses you. He misses the opportunity. He doesn't think about it.
It's called narrative, Jeff.
It is called narrative. It is called narrative. And, you know, I think that narratively, this thing doesn't have the ability to be concussed.
It's metal.
He hit us back with narrative. He hit us back with the know you.
Know you, in fact. Yeah, so
As Jareth tries to run away, he falls down dead.
he doesn't, but boy, howdy. Here's the deal. You know what? I'll tell you after.
No, paint the picture. It's the end of the turn.
No, I'm going to paint the picture.
Keys.
I'm going to paint the picture. Don't you worry.
How big is the arterial spray? You know.
So, Jareth begins to, he hits it with the short sword and then turns to run. As he turns to run, the golem swings his mighty fist over and smashes against his back. He manages to keep taking a couple steps, but after being stumbled by this massive golem's fist, the two skeletons next to him both strike out. And just so everybody knows, I'll tell you the damage later after we're out of this. Every single hit did the same amount of damage here. By chance. Per chance.
Two.
The two skeletons almost simultaneously swing out at him, both chunking deep into one into his back and one into his front as he attempts to run. He is barely able to escape, blood running. As they have chunked deep into his body, he is holding his rib cage as though that impact on his back had done some internal damage of some sort. He is barely able to scrape out of there, but he is bleeding and he is battered. He's got one eye shut, not from swelling or from blood in it, but just from pure gritting his whole body to be able to move at this stage.
Would I be able to argue that because I kept a movement action specifically for my thumper, that in this moment I could ride back to Jareth?
You can absolutely ride back to Jareth, but you couldn't interact with Jareth in this way.
That's fine. I'm not trying to interact, but if I can just move
get closer.
back to him.
You can absolutely move back to him.
Okay.
No question.
Cool. And that's outside of my turn. That's just right now, correct?
Right, correct. Right now,
Okay,
you
cool.
can move straight at him.
Klep runs over to Jareth with the thumper and says, "Hop on!" And Klep, in turn, is hopping off of the thumper.
All right, you will have to resolve the hopping off on your turn, which will
That's
happen
fine.
soon. But So
Yeah.
like technically not happening on this turn right here. That's so we
fine.
know the sort of the grindy nature of it.
Yeah.
That being said, it is down to all of their turns. So the golem gets to use an action to stand. Right? Because I'm pretty sure standing from prone costs an action point. So he gets to use one of those. Then he gets to move. And he's no
I
longer...
forgot how many actions he has.
And you just ran the last time, so he's no longer stunned. He moves in to the both of you. And he is going to swing. Now I will give you, since you're both right there, you moved in, I will give you a very quick opportunity to explain some way that you, with words, might deter him from attacking the last person to attack him. You're right there. I'm giving you an opportunity because I feel like that's coming anyway. You've been really kind of counterpoint this whole time. Here's your opportunity. Convince him to attack you. Depending on what you say as you, I will set the DC of what I think that roll is worth.
I have action points I didn't spend.
Uh-huh.
I also have Mentor, which for 1 AP means that I can give him a +3 to persuading.
Absolutely. I'm going to set the DC based on what he says. I want to hear what he says. I'm going to do this one. I'm doing in reverse. Normally, I'm very much like, let the dice tell the story. I want to hear what he has to say that might convince me, as playing as the golem, to not.
Gotcha. Words first, mechanics second. Got it. Go for it.
Yeah.
Fuck. Question. Would Jay have relayed that information about this golem to anyone?
No. Nope.
I've not. Yeah. I mean, I didn't even know
Okay.
that going into the fight.
No.
Necessarily.
He could only in this moment, but there's no way he knows you need that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put this together way too late. Essentially.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna throw a wrench.
The tension is building.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
a literal
throwing-
wrench. I throw it at him.
I'm
I
not
did
gonna
2 blood
plead with the
damage.
golem because this is gonna be above board. If I get hit, I'm dead.
Oh no.
Okay. That's fair.
So I'm gonna do something different. If you're giving me the time to plead,
I will give you the opportunity to plead if you like. I was really giving you the opportunity to
then I
move it to
won't.
you, but the pleading here, that I'll tell you, I'll give you a wonderful opportunity to plead all you like, but I'm going to set the DC to that fucking high.
He
Well,
he's so mad. And he mad at us.
I'm going to be above board with you
Specifically.
right now. If you have anything that you could possibly attack him with from range, he was, according to what we just heard, flickering.
It's not his turn. It's the golem's
yeah,
turn.
it's
Golem turn. Oh, that's right. Okay. Sorry,
The
I forgot.
golem will be attacking somebody here in a second. In fact, I'll just roll his attack. He will
Technically,
be hitting
This is
somebody.
a gift, and we are trying to manipulate said gift.
You're really looking a gift horse in the mouth. And I'm letting you even. Look at how nice I am. I'm letting you look a gift
Look at the
horse
teeth
square
on
in
that
the mouth.
fucker. Look at the teeth on that son of a bitch.
Great chompers.
We
He's
bet on
gonna
the
be a
wrong
thoroughbred.
horse, guys.
He's going to be a thoroughbred, that one.
I'm gonna plead.
Fucking do your best.
I'm gonna plead.
Fucking do your damnedest, dude.
And
What do
we
those
never
words
had
sound
his
like?
name, right? His name wasn't on the door.
No.
It was yeah.
There's no name. I don't think there was any name.
5th edition
Here-
kobolds used to have have an ability
on the
called
door,
grovel
it
and
was-
beg.
On the door,
That's
it was
funny.
We're gonna
"Here
do that.
lies the guardian of the wizard," whatever.
Or here
Yeah,
lies
we
the
never,
tomb.
we never got the name. We
Yes, but
never got
you
the name.
don't
Oh, we
know
never
the
got the
name
name.
because you
Okay.
couldn't. It was in a language you
There was
didn't
no way to intuit
understand.
that.
There's no way to
Okay.
intuit somebody's name.
Okay. Golem will leave. Please, your master wouldn't want unnecessary death. That's all I've got.
That is, in fact, all you have. I will let you know how that goes. Go ahead and make your roll. Go ahead and make your roll. I know you want
I'm
to.
giving you
go well.
mentor. You can add 3 more to your persuading than you normally would.
I don't know if that's gonna do it. I rolled a 12.
You look back
Plus
after saying that, and
11,
Gaul goes, on your
23.
knees, on your knees.
Yes, I love that. Thank you so much for putting in the extra
that would
there.
be a 23.
A 23.
And me?
A 23 and me? Wow.
What a coincidence. Our DNA is everywhere in this room.
Yeah, it is. You got that right. Hold on, I'm just double checking something for
Does a
myself.
23 hit?
I'm just double checking something for myself real quick. For Demise real quick.
What am I hearing right now? What's
My scroll ball.
oh
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought I was in the right area for what I wanted, but I'm not. So I just gotta keep scrolling. Keep on scrolling. Keep on scrolling. Is this it? No, that's not it. I keep on scrolling. I'm fucking close. I'm just so sure of it. Let me fucking zoom out here. Maybe that'll help. Be-do-do-do-do-do.
And then
Checking on
while I'm
things for
persuading
me.
him, I take the glaive. No,
Well, yeah, while
it was a ruse
attempting.
from the beginning.
It was a ruse the whole time.
It was all a ruse.
Clef, the
Sucker.
littlest one of the bunch, rips it out of his hands like it's nothing.
Like it's
Hey, that's the
nothing.
beautiful thing about a D20 system.
All right, so
It's
that's what I
theoretically,
thought.
It's possible.
That's,
Yeah.
that's
If
about what I
he
thought.
rolls really bad and you roll really good, it can happen.
Does anybody remember the words I said? I said it's going to be how difficult this is going to be.
Yeah,
What were the exact words? Does anybody remember?
very difficult.
Very hard. Yeah, very difficult. Very hard. Very hard is a level of difficulty rating
And what
that they have
difficulty
listed,
is that?
and that's a 30. So
Okay,
23.
I get to roll again because
Not
luck.
quite.
Ah! Do you conceivably think you can hit a 30?
Yes, I have a +8, and then you gave me +3.
3.
So that's
Okay.
an 11. I just have to roll a 19 or a 20.
Well, fuck. All right.
Good luck.
Only one.
Let's see if this luck works out for you.
It's a bold move. Let's see if it works out there, Cotton.
You're lucky I didn't put it at strenuous. There's more DCs above very hard.
I have one more luck, boys.
Jesus.
You have such a slim margin here, dude.
It's the only thing I can do possibly
Never
that
tell
could
him the
save
odds.
us right now.
Okay. Go for it. Hey, listen.
tell 'em the
Hey,
odds.
I'm going to do the thing that most DMs don't do, and that bites them in the ass. They go, you'll never hit it. I'm going to say, you have a
Don't
chance.
say that.
I hope you'll hit it.
Yeah.
Truly.
Well, we'll see if that still feels like you're playing with fire there.
It didn't
but,
work
we'll
for
see.
you. I'll prove it. Do you want to
Yeah,
prove it?
you can't trick the dice like that, man. You said the words.
I hope
Do you
hit
want me
it.
to
Still
prove
a
it?
dare.
What is it?
I roll a 20.
Nat
Wonderful.
20.
Nat 20.
Wonderful.
20 plus 11.
I don't.
31.
I'm sitting over here. I'm.
Wonderful.
So no. So I tell him get on your knees, and he gets on his knees, and then realizes it's not working. So then he re-rolls
No, no,
with
no.
luck.
He gets on his knees and he looks up with the baby raccoon eyes.
Yeah, he gives him the fucking Puss in Boots. And then you turn back to me one more time, and I'm going.
Would you like me to prove the roll though? I still haven't touched it.
No. I believe you.
Okay.
If you start lying now, bro, then
The
you're
whole
gonna
thing
have to
falls
get
apart.
the whole thing falls apart. Genuinely,
Yeah.
like I would hope you wouldn't lie about this shit, because if I find out you're lying about it, then I'm gonna be like, okay, now specifically Henry needs a dice
Roxfall, you
camera.
die.
Consequences and repercussions.
Now I
Yeah,
have a problem.
we're not gonna fuck with that. Okay, let's see.
Hey, it removed my chance for any point where I could be lucky today after this, but fuck, did it pay off? I think. I don't know yet. I beat it. I hope it works. I hope he just hands us the glaive.
Well, you did roll nice. Which means you get all of
Sprinkle
your
that
AP
on at
back.
the end. I'm like, and he would like you to give us the glaive.
This is. Oh. Huh.
I don't know if that's Friend J or MCJ that went, oh.
No, that was Jay. Do you
No,
mean
that
me?
was Jeff.
Or Jeff,
Yeah, I
sorry.
was gonna-
Friend Jeff or MC Jeff.
It was a little of both. On one hand, if I can remember what I rolled the first time, he might have hit with that first attempt. Okay, I believe. Hold on, I'm doing some math in my head. Okay, he didn't. Wait.
The second one was
Oh,
a 14, if that
shit.
changes anything. 14 plus 11, that is.
No, not you. I'm realizing the suspense is killing me. I'm realizing that actually, due to a condition that this guy is in right now, he has been easier to hit. Which means, which you guys in the last, I'm the only one to have tried to hit him, and in the last time, I knew that. I just hadn't calculated this. But that means that I technically hit him twice. Now, in this moment, I'm going to correct my mistake and make what you decided happen all at once. Because here's the truth. In the condition
Victories is
he's in,
victories.
he has to attack. He must attack.
Like that's part of the build. Like the interesting.
It says
That's bad news.
Yeah. I'll give you a little thing. He's enraged. That's why he started glowing brighter. When he's enraged, he must attack the creature closest to it. So he's got to do it. But in the way that this works, he got to. But I will give it to you. I gave you a DC, and it's
Hold
got
on,
to.
I just checked the stats. Yep, no, it's written right here. I've got to fuck you up, Henry.
In the way that it's written here, I gave you a DC, so I'm going to give you a success. Let me narrate what that success looks like in this moment, right now. While I
Everyone duck.
All right, let me just roll this.
Everybody duck. He's turning left.
So
I get that reference.
the guardian moves forward, charges forward and begins to swing his mighty glaive. In this moment, you get on your knees and you plead, "We just want to leave." And for the briefest of moments, you see it look down at you, and the brightness of its eyes dims a little, and like you can see that it kind of considers your pleading. But he is already in the middle of that swing. Momentum will carry the swing through regardless. But in that briefest of moments, Jairus, with his knife still in hand, lunges and jams it in. As the knife jams in, the glaive finishes its movement, and they are almost simultaneously struck. As Jairus is struck to the ground, his eyes light light up even brighter, almost exploding, and then go dim as the Guardian falls limp with a
Fucking way.
dagger jammed in it from Jairus. But Jairus, falling from just the sheer force of this attack, hits the ground, sputtering. You have finished the Guardian.
No way.
There are
No way.
still skeletons because it doesn't.
Oh, they don't
necessarily-
immediately die? I was kind of banking on that.
They don't immediately die.
Okay.
Change up the music. We need more triumphant shit.
Yeah. It needs to be just a tiny bit quieter. Just a little bit.
So he is dead.
I don't have triumphant right now.
He's dead. I'll fucking draw X over him. X. Oh, where's it? Where's the thing?
Yeah, X marks the dick.
X.
Fuck is that?
That was.
It was unnecessarily loud, is what it was.
Oh, because it won't go over the thing. Never mind. Whatever. Doesn't matter. He's dead. Now we're on to everybody else's turn. They're gonna. I think that the skeletons do just sit there in stasis, though. They don't have anybody to. I don't think they fall apart, but I don't think they follow the last order either.
Oh.
I think they just sit there. Because, well, you'll find out, I guess. We're gonna break turn order. We're gonna shatter it. It would be their turn. Next is Jorn, but because I do believe that the skeletons aren't really gonna keep moving right now. And in fact, actually, let me look at something real quick. Let me look at something just to be sure.
On.
Cool guy Jeff. Cool guy Jeff. Cool guy Jeff. Cool guy Jeff.
Jesus.
You're
Peek
welcome.
behind the curtain. Peek behind the curtain. There's like a new book out that talked about like how to do encounters, and Jeff found out he's been hammering the shit out of us. So some of this feels like it might be like reparations from our Mythcrafter. Maybe
Not hammering the shit out of you. Just
that's
hurting
what
you
it-
more than you needed.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would say if he was supposed to be if we're going out of 10, if he was hitting us with a 5, it was really like a 7. Is what I'm imagining. 7 out of 10 if it's supposed to be a 5.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's
Like,
that's
definitely
bold
harder,
coming
but
from the
not-
one guy who died.
Not like shitting on you.
In that one, I didn't make it. In the one
Yeah,
he
that one
died
was
in,
true.
I didn't make that encounter.
We just died.
Yeah.
That one was by the book.
So
that's true.
you guys haven't
If you
died in the
remember,
encounters I've
He
made
actually went
yet.
down very
Oh,
easy.
we're doing great.
You guys were just so preoccupied with all the skeletons that you didn't hit him.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Buck was
I've
the
been
only
trying
one
to
that
hit him, but
and
I
he paid
literally,
for it.
I literally was not able to hit him. All my magic bounced off of him, which has made Gaul feel so ineffective.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm gonna say that they don't move because he didn't give them any more commands. I'm gonna take it easy on you guys because you're right. I have been hitting you a little harder than I should have been. So they just stopped moving.
Reparations.
They just stopped moving. We're out of initiative.
This is what Kendrick Amar was talking
Immediately-
about.
Clip hops off. Immediately, Clip hops off and musters all the strength he has to put Jairus on top of the thumper and then shuttle that thumper to Gaul and Jorn to heal him.
Jairus is breathing, but it is labored. And he's moving, but he's just like,
Well, then
He's
Clip
not
helps
dead
him on the thumper.
yet.
yeah, he's not dead yet. He's,
helps him on
as
the
you begin to
thumper.
pick him up, he goes, I'm not dead yet.
Yeah,
I ain't dead.
It's funny you say that because while he's saying that, Klep is also just get on.
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
If we're doing this out of turn order and whatnot, I have run over and using my still immeasurable strength, and I'm helping.
Immeasurable strength.
Well, currently immeasurable. I'm currently the strongest person in the room. Okay.
Yeah.
Immeasurable because he doesn't have it written down.
I have 6 strength right now. Calm down. I know most of my stats. I just don't remember all of my inventory.
My question is, how's everyone's health looking after that?
I'm actually okay.
I'm looking like a 3.
Well, you took a lot of my damage, and I had shield damage from Yehu over here.
On a scale of 1 to 32, I have 11.
I'm the most healthy. Which
1 to 35. I'm at a 3.
I'm not.
All right. Hold on.
I'm not to yet.
I'm gonna yell at Gaul. Gaul, get the glaive. Whilst I pull out the med pack, just stop his bleeding. That's what I'm doing.
All right, we really got to talk about who's good at what around here. And I slap fucking Jordan's hand away, and I cast Nature's Remedy on both of them for 1d6 healing each.
Yes, but I'm also okay, all right, whatever. I'm using medicine to which to stabilize, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I'll go over and grab the glaive.
Both work.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jay.
I can instantly get them out of death saves, though, like
That's fair.
immediately. So
Yeah.
I just do.
HP,
Okay,
you guys can roll.
just so you're aware, that's what Jordan would have focused on. Was saving his person first. Just so
Yes.
you're aware.
Yeah.
You can tell me to do something otherwise, but that's what
No,
Jordan.
I did. I slapped her hand away. I was like, "You get the glaive. Let the medicine man take care of it."
I'm now at 4 HP. I rolled a 1.
For the record, that was the 6 SP that I saved. I am tapped now.
Fair.
That's fine.
I'm gonna grab the glaive or attempt to grab the glaive.
You grab it, dude. You fucking.
Okay, all right.
I mean, you
the
have to pry it from its hands, from its cold, dead hands.
But I'm kind of strong-ish, and it's currently
Hey,
dead.
Jay, do me a favor.
Deactivated?
You know what? I'm gonna go. Normally, I don't do this, but Jay, you're very good at looking things up. So this, do me a favor and tell me if you get healed. Does that remove your death points or?
I do believe it does, but let me check.
It does.
Actually, no. I think death points do require a rest of some kind. But we'll
I also believe they require the rest.
Sorry,
It
doesn't,
gets you
it
out
doesn't
of
heal
death
death points.
It just stops
gives
you from
1
accruing
HP, which stops your death points.
Yes.
yeah,
it
you
stops
stop
requiring
gaining
them.
death
Correct.
points immediately,
So you're
and you
at
can
1
act
HP,
again.
but you have death points.
Yeah. I just want him to double check that for me. That's
Yeah,
all.
I'll check the rules. You keep doing your
As,
thing.
as the man who's been in them probably the most, that's what happens.
Well, questionably the most. Questionably.
I'm gonna grab the glaive, and I'm gonna like. Jordan would be the kind of guy who's like, okay, well, I think the glaive summoned the skeleton, so go away.
Yeah, they just go, and then they fall to pieces.
Oh,
Beautiful.
that was
Clip
convenient.
looks over and
You were
goes,
right. You were right. Very smart. Very smart
"Say,
move.
come back."
No, I'm good.
Make them dance. Make them dance.
Gone. They're already gone.
Okay,
Damn it.
I am gonna use, since I am the most healthy at the moment. I'm gonna go over and just like from a distance, but close enough to where I can look at it. Look at the sarcophagi.
Yeah. Okay. Fuck it. Let's do it.
Oh yeah, loot.
I'm not thinking about loot. I'm thinking more along the lines of I'm gonna look and see if I see anything that's
I'm
like.
thinking loot.
Yeah, I'm also thinking I don't want to activate anything else while you guys are dying.
So go ahead and you're smart to be considering what else might be there.
All right.
I
Just
want
a
you to
reminder
roll me an
on,
awareness here
Okay.
because you're checking it out, right?
Yep.
a reminder for any character that was at 0 HP. After 5 minutes of catching your breath, you would regain 1 hit point at the end of that 5 minutes.
Okay.
If we recoup, which takes an hour, you're going to regain up to a quarter of your maximum hit points if you were bloodied.
Cool.
21.
And at that time, you would get 1 death point back.
21.
21.
Yes. So you look at it, 21, you don't see you're not explicitly good at Hear that, Matt?
Seeing things
Hear that, Matt?
that, you know.
It sounds like you might actually survive one of Kenny's games. And let me tell you, Kenny's been a viewer for a while. I've read a lot of what he has to say. His games sound hard to survive.
Kenny, what you have to understand is one of our fellow viewers who actually was a part of said Torchlit and whatnot, has given me trauma. Like, the fact that I stepped on a trap in the first dungeon was my dumb fault. Now, nope.
Didn't you step on the trap at the library?
That's what he said.
Yes, that's.
I played with a man named Strana, and if I'm not playing for laughs, I've learned my lessons too.
I'm okay on health.
I would love to see
very okay on health.
I would love to see Strana DM a game for us.
I got lucky, and a bunch of my damage got halved by a good friend over there.
Yeah.
Thank you, Clap. I appreciate you.
Yeah, you sure did.
Yeah. I also am currently wielding the glaive just because I'm not letting this out of my hands until reasons.
So as you approach the sarcophagus itself, you notice it is a large stone sarcophagus. You assume that it is you correctly assume that it is so old that it is nearly resealed just from the moving of minerals, right? It in fact, you may think you think to yourself, this could have been magically sealed for how sealed it is. Like you probably cannot access this body. That being said, you're not super well versed in magic, but you do not see any visible traps. You do not see anything that you think that's a trap.
Looks like a pressure plate. Looks like a string. Right. But again,
would
I know?
You don't know for sure. There's no magic traps, but kind of you're looking at it, and I'm going to give you this because this is a kind of part of what awareness does. You kind of think to yourself, why trap it after that motherfucker? He was so big.
Yeah. Okay. So
laying on top of the
sarcophagus.
There's the word I was looking for. Thank you.
Words.
Is it's here somewhere. Hold on, I just have to.
$1 million gold.
$1 million for billion.
Yeah, silver coins. Give us $1 million gold though.
I will not.
It won't do anything.
Has no worth.
Laying on top of.
There is gold in this.
There's not. It's just silver coins.
Well, there's gold the mineral, but not gold coins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sitting on top of it, not laying, sorry, sitting on top of it is a dark steel helmet that includes a faceplate shaped like a snarling fiend.
I'm gonna look over at Gaul and go, Gaul, do I touch it?
Yeah. What? Don't. What? Why are you telling me that? I poured it. I'm like, why me?
Touch it. Touch it. Whatever it is, touch it.
I think to point at Klep and Jarrus, and then I immediately think that would be rude, but I'm like, why me?
Touch it. Touch it.
Klep,
Whatever it is,
touch it. Floating like a cartoon.
Hold on.
Over to this helmet to touch it.
No.
Because
It's
Klep's gonna touch.
No.
I've got Klep by his tail, and I'm not letting him get. And I'm coming with Klep.
Yeah. Well,
don't touch what?
You are the reasonable one, but I want it.
You want it.
You left Jarrus behind, who's been.
No, you didn't leave Jarrus behind. Don't leave Jarrus behind. Don't be.
Jarrus,
you are with the thumper.
He's leaned up. Yeah, he's leaned up against the thumper. At this point, he can prop himself.
The thumper.
Yeah, but I can hear in the background.
Yes.
I can hear in the background Jarrus go, touch it.
Yeah, this whole time, touch
you
it.
want to.
Definitely touch it. No, 100%. I just got my ass kicked, and I think it should be for more than just a glaive. Whatever it is, touch it now and touch it forever. But he goes, just touch it for me. I can't go over there. I want things.
Describe it one more time. Where is it, and what does it look like?
It's sitting
on the sarcophagus.
It is placed on top of the sarcophagus, and like towards the middle, and it is a dark steel helmet, which includes a faceplate shaped like a snarling fiend.
Jay, you said that you're holding Klep's tail.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to do this.
Okay. You're holding Klep's tail. He turns around, looks you in your eyes, and goes, "Blink," and teleports to the sarcophagus. And
I mean,
grabs
please
it.
give us 1 second. Hey, Jairus, you know what? Never mind. I was going to ask you about fiends, but
What about fiends? Go in. Also,
things that look like fiends is bad, right? Other than you.
well, not really. Maybe sometimes.
As
Depends.
this has gone on, because I've
Can
heard
someone
Jairus,
help me over so
Yeah.
I can look at it?
I have taken my halberd out with my other hand and hooked it under the dark. Yeah, no, I've got the glaive in this hand, and I've got the halberd in this hand, and I'm literally going to pick it up, hook it up in through like one of the eye slots or something.
It is certainly too late.
It's happening. I'm touching it, but I'm not touching it directly. I'm gonna start with that.
Well, you know who is? You know who did say
I
he's
was gonna
touching
say,
it
you know
directly?
who is touching it? The
You're
guy who
about
just
to. Hold on.
teleported and
No.
grabbed it.
Again, as that was going on, and I had heard
Yes,
Jairus,
while
I
he's
already
talking,
went to,
what I'm gonna do, this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna make you guys roll. So we're gonna have
go.
Jordan roll a dex, but we're gonna have
This ain't going well.
we're gonna have Klep roll a spellcasting roll. What's your spellcasting modifier? Is it charisma? I think it's charisma.
There's no way. There's
I
no
think
way. This
occult
is
is
going to
charisma.
this situation.
It's
So you
charisma.
roll a charisma. No, you cannot add anything to either of these. These are just blanket rolls.
No way this is going to end well. It's a bad way to handle any situation.
17.
18.
All
It's
right.
like, don't touch this hot pot while your buddy stabs at it with a spear. That's just.
With an 18, as you were like attempting, Klep appears, and he just appears next to it with his hand on it. So he is touching it. He may not have it in his possession, but now you are in the very spooky situation of Klep's
I
right
don't
there,
know if
and
it-
you have two
I'm
weapons.
not touching
and-
you.
And
I don't know if it makes a difference, but it was a dirty 20. I rolled the 18. I didn't even add my charisma yet.
oh,
I don't know if that changes
Yeah,
how it
no,
goes
doesn't
down.
really
I
change
was
how it
I was
goes
an
down.
8. I was an 18 minus 1, so it doesn't matter.
it doesn't really change the situation. He was reaching out to try to like finagle it with these things.
I
You
didn't know
put-
if
No,
it changed
just-
how
no.
aggressively I touched
Not
it.
No.
not both. Just so you're aware, it's just the halberd. I'm holding the glaive like as like a staff, and then I'm using the halberd like.
Okay, so it's just the halberd. We
Yeah,
just got the spike of the halberd. If you guys know what
Yeah.
a fucking halberd looks
Really
like.
making a meal out of this.
Yeah. And
Well, again, I'm
he's-
not letting
he's
the glaive out
attempting.
of my hands. It's not happening.
Klep grabs it.
Yeah, Klep just touches it, and now you have a halberd in your face. Also, that's the side note. It's important that you know both of these things.
Well, all right. Puts it back in my backpack. Both hands. The
You
glaive
touch it.
again. I'm like,
Make a luck roll. I'm just kidding. It's fine.
I was like, hey,
You're
that's
about
a
to get
good roll for
cursed.
me, baby.
You were about to get
I ain't upset
cursed.
about that.
You're about to get cursed.
I've been cursed before. This doesn't feel like curse. Maybe a chewing out.
So,
I've been cursed before.
so nothing happens when I pick it up?
Yeah, you pick it up. It's heavy.
Okay, cool. Klep throws it under his arm and hops down off the sarcophagus and kind of like trots on over to Jairus and goes, "It's this one. What does it do?"
Jairus looks at it. You know what? Jairus can make a.
What does
a
it
fucking-
do?
Jairus can make a roll here.
Who is your stamina and what does he do?
Who's your summoning? What does he do?
Yeah, only one of us currently is actually Magic Kenny, and he was busy healing people.
Yeah, Jairus looks at it and
Pretty
he goes,
magical.
There is, as
Club is
far as I
magical,
know,
but has
and
no
that-
magical
it
knowledge.
It might be a part of arcane magic. Might have more of the detect magic stuff too.
Yes,
As far
it
as
does.
I've seen in my spell list, I don't have a lot of options for
Yeah.
feeling stuff out.
Nope, that's all in arcane magic. If you wanna be smart, get arcane magic. If you want to do plant
Yeah.
stuck, get fucking.
Botanical
I do
magic.
plant stuff.
Nature
Plant stuff.
That's
I got a green
it's
thumb.
not called nature though. I think doesn't yours also classify as a cult?
Primal.
Oh, primal. That's
what
what
it is. That's primal. Sorry.
Primal.
I thought it was nurture.
This
Only
motherfucker.
because you've never been nurtured.
Oof.
Rude.
Oof.
Someone knows too much.
A big ouch. A big ouchie.
Such savagery. Why are we like this to one another?
I don't know, but let's keep it going. All right, so you show it to Jairus. Jairus looks at it and goes, well, I can tell you that it's not the kind that I am, because I'm very specifically a chlorolith. Sorry, a chlorolith.
Excuse you.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the other side of the hall. Bless you.
Is this magic? Is Klep able to tell if it's magic?
Make a fucking. Do you have skill to tell if something's magic? It's an intelligence-based skill. I'm pretty sure you don't.
Would I be able to just do perceiving?
No. You can't just perceive.
Would I do Can I do Arcana?
You sure can.
Meanwhile, when
No, I
get a
cannot.
chance-
Maybe I got a 10.
A 10? I mean, 10's enough to know that it is magic. I
Hey!
mean that for
It
a
is.
10.
It's magic. That's all you know.
Yeah.
In the
I'll
meantime,
look at
I'm
it.
going to be
Yeah, it is.
searching for other things.
Sure. Search around. Give it your. That's an investigation, which is an intelligence-based roll. No, it's an awareness-based roll. Go ahead. Go for it.
I'm just going to flat awareness because that's what I've got. Because I don't remember if I have that skill or not. Because I have perceiving, but I don't think I had. So
I don't
just a
think
flat
you have
awareness.
that. You could use. I'll allow perceiving if you want. If you remember what you
Okay,
had.
my perceiving was +6, so 18.
18. You look around. You honestly, you think that if there was other things here, either time. Actually, no. One of the things you find other items that are visibly inert. Like there are things here that look like maybe they were once cool and like maybe even magical or whatever. But like even
time.
you know, like, oh, this is like a rusted sword now.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
The Guardian literally ate magic, right? Like you could turn it off.
I mean, you can make a
Anyway.
roll, make an intelligence roll, and I'll tell you if you want to really. I'll give you more on that if you'd like. I'll allow that. That sounds
Okay.
fine.
Well,
That's
I
nice.
natted.
Straight 8.
Oh,
I got an 18.
I thought you were doing it. Okay, never mind.
I'll do it too. I just
Both of you can do it. Who got the
natted.
highest?
But it's a 19 because I have a minus in
Okay.
my intelligence.
What do you add to your intelligence, Jay?
2. If you let me use history, I could add 1 to it.
This feels more like an Arcana, if anything.
Okay, then it's a 20 total.
Okay. So what I'll give you is that both of you roll high enough to be like something was affecting this more than maybe the time, right? The time that these things have been in here for sure has some credence. But I think that Jay specifically, or actually not Jay, Gaul specifically kind of looks at it and goes that and realizes that this golem didn't have a lot to subside itself off of in however much time, and though it probably doesn't need much, if anything, its mere presence probably did slowly sap the magic out of a lot of these items.
Now the question is could they technically be recharged? Because if they could be recharged and brought back to their original glory, they might be worth something at some point.
I'll give you
I
with
think
his.
Not saying we
trying to
could do
say
it.
We're not,
Not
getting
saying-
any magic stuff.
No,
out
no,
of
no,
it.
no,
Do we
no,
understand?
here.
Do we understand how magic gear works? This
Hold
You
on.
understand?
As-
I'll give you this with his roll of like a dirty 20. Gaul's not a Arcana guy, but he knows that like the way magic works is it's not often like I can recharge this sort of thing. And when it is, it's a very specific set of inborn rules, right? Like this will recharge when the sun rises, right? And so when it sees the magic item itself is designed to be charged by the rising of the sun, right? Magic in this world, as he knows it, and as most people beyond him know it, is a process that has specific sets of rules, even for him, right? He's touching into something primal. And even though Klep doesn't really know this, he's touching into something occult. Right?
My only question is not the saying that I would know that they could be recharged, but would they be possibly worth it to somebody else who might know?
No. Gaul could tell you if you ask. Gaul could tell you.
And Champ is long gone.
It would be something they'd have to redo entirely, and why do it with these old fucking broken things?
Fair enough.
Just to be clear.
Did the skeletons drop anything other than their weapons?
Just their weapons. Do you want some fucking swords? And
are the weapons decent in any way, or are they rusty too?
They were summoned, so that they could possibly be actually like decent-ish.
They're not great.
Okay.
They're not great. I mean, like, do you think if you really wanted,
they have armor?
No. Do you think if you really wanted, you could maybe make like a couple SC off of them? But is it worth trekking them down this mountain? And I'm going to talk to you about this real quick because that's the next step of this. Anybody who's done any hiking ever, especially up a tough trail, knows that it is actually not any easier down than it is up.
Absolutely.
So you face the same level of difficulty going back down as you did on the way up. So these are things that you as characters would probably be considering, like, oh, well, do I want to carry like fucking 6 swords with me as I fucking try to climb down? Or do I want to just leave it here?
Like I said, I was more interested in if they had some armor on, because
I did bring a thumper for a reason, just so we are all aware.
Also, as Jorn realizes, for one, he's not going to let go of this glaive. This glaive is going to stand out. So you
should have this conversation. You should have this conversation in character.
No. Yep. Exactly.
At this point, while he's been looking around, Klep looks at Jairus and says, "So you don't think it's dangerous?"
The helmet? I mean, I don't know if it's dangerous. Things with faces that are kind of like mine on him, or either meant to look dangerous.
You know that everything that's magic is dangerous, right? Like, it's like a. I'm gonna make an analogy that don't make no sense, so I'm gonna cut myself off. I'm gonna say it's like a gun, but we don't know what a gun is.
At this point in time, can I walk up and put my hand on it?
It's like a sword, Clip.
Yeah, can I walk up? Can I walk up? And
he very specifically said he was doing this while you were looking around. So you're busy looking around, and he's trying to be like, "Can I put it on my head?"
Okay.
Jairus goes, "Listen, you maybe aren't the one to be testing the boundaries of this right now. With all the other things that are going on with you.
You are cursed already.
Just saying.
Kinda. Yeah.
I don't know if it's dangerous. I can't say. I know that it isn't quite like me, but Fiend... I'm going to unfortunately show I'm pretty smart here. Fiend iconography is not typically used for anything other than intimidation or because it is tied to them. So you have about a 50-50 chance that is on there to make it look scary, or because it's connected to something that looks like that."
Yeah. Can I speak to him in his language?
Yeah, sure.
Clip, I'm not going to say no because I love your inquisitive nature, but I am going to recommend that you wait till tomorrow morning when we're healed and ready to deal with whatever happens.
Till tomorrow.
Okay, I'm going to say this above board. I will wait if everyone will agree to let me do it. Because I rolled my decision and Klep will put it on. And I will above board let you guys have the opportunity to wait till morning.
Gaul has learned that he can't really stop Klep from doing things. I can only guide you to do them smarter.
That's
it.
Yeah. And above board, while this is happening, Other than the cloth that I have in my pack, would I have found any like old scraps of cloth that I could wrap around this glaive, possibly just to make
give
it
me a
look
luck check.
like a
Give me a luck check. Because like any cloth that would be in here
18.
would probably be pretty deteriorated.
Right.
Okay, you do find something that's fucking not worth wearing, but worth wrapping at least the head of it in, so that it may keep it from standing out too much. So you can wrap the top half of this glaive.
Get out of here.
Which is, as we all know, a glaive is about half polearm, half sword.
Yeah.
So you can wrap the blade part.
Okay.
Okay,
So I wrap the blade
I can
part.
also give him a spare set of clothes, and I do have a sewing kit and leatherworking kit and leatherworking skill.
When I see him
So-
move to sort of like protect that, like hide our treasure, sort of, I'm gonna go ahead and tune into the front door real quick to see if anything's happening at the cave entrance.
Yeah, dude, bunch of
With
bandits. You were never,
right.
you were never gonna leave this place. I designed this encounter to kill you.
I knew it. I knew it.
I tapped the glaive on the ground and resummoned the skeletons.
Yeah. Good news. They gotta come to us.
I'm not trapped in here with you. You're
Worst
trapped
case
in
scenario, we eat the rabbit and we can stay here for weeks.
Right?
No,
But yeah,
nothing's at the
so
door.
is anyone gonna stop Klep if he tries to do that in the morning?
After doing that and walking over at the end of this, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna look at him and go, I mean,
This is an above board question. Like,
This is
are,
an above
are you
board
going to try
question?
and stop me in the morning?
This is an above board question that shouldn't be an above board question.
Yeah,
This should be an in character question because
Yeah, we are
they
not
can't
talking
answer
really about their
you
character.
as their characters. That would be weird meta knowledge. Like you can't just be like,
fair.
I'm only not going to put it on if you as people guarantee me I can
Okay.
put it on later.
Klep puts it
I
on.
already
Then.
said what I was going to say about it. I mean,
yeah. I'm also slightly perturbed that he blinked over to the thing that I found.
It's fair.
That's fine.
Klep puts it on then. All right. Klep had every opportunity to use his words, chose not to. All right. Klep puts it on. Your head dissolves.
You're dead.
No,
He's got jokes today.
yeah.
We love it. It's great.
Yeah,
The deadpan. Your head dissolves.
Your head dissolves.
you don't
Moving
notice
on.
anything. You don't notice anything. Like
Okay.
it's magic, but you don't notice anything.
Okay.
What outside of you, what everybody else notices is that that's an ugly face, and it's a little spooky.
Ooh, spooky.
God damn you ugly.
See, guys, I think I look cool.
Also,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
also, I don't know if in this world, so they don't really specify that magic items size themselves in this world. And for the most part, I've been going over that, like just kind of glossing over it because it hasn't really mattered. But
I will tell you my take on it
Yes.
as a GM of many years. It
Yes.
is 100% your call if you want to bog us down with the concept of resizing everything we find.
I might. Don't get me wrong.
I would
Because
say regular things. Resize.
Technically,
Magical
there
things?
is nothing in the rules for like D&D that says that any magic item is harder to break. But typically magic items are treated as better in many ways. They're masterwork in like 3rd edition, which was harder to break. But for the most part, you could shatter that cool sword just like anybody else's. You could just break that stick and not fuck with that wizard anymore. You know, like
Yeah. Yeah.
that's up to you if magic also comes with a certain amount of durability.
I've never really played that magic
Both of
comes with a
those-
certain amount of durability, just the same amount of durability something would already have. I also want to state that I've played in games where I've seen somebody smash a magic item in front of me and I've been like, fuck.
Yeah, I would say magically resizing something would be cool as an aesthetic. Like he puts it on and it like shrinks to his size, or like again, the glaive was being held by a golem that is larger than we are, and I am now wielding it.
That is
Then
why I
it
bring
shrinks
it up,
down to my
because
size.
if it
Like, oh,
doesn't
okay.
shrink to your size for use because it's magic or whatever, then it needs to be resized. And then the question comes up of, is that difficult to do to a magic item as opposed to a normal item?
Right. It gets into the weeds a little bit, right? And I'll say that I'm going to really handle this as it plays, as it comes up. For the most part, it won't really come up, right? You're not going
Item to item.
Right, item to item, you'll really see. But here, I'm going to say this is just funniest, that it is big.
It does not.
It is big on your head, so it rattles around.
I look like Spaceballs.
Remember all those rags and stuff that you said
Darth
from your
helmet.
like sewing kit? You have to stick it in your mask to make it fit.
It just bug. What I will say is that this is another important part of this whole equation. Most things, it doesn't really matter what shape it takes. But something like a helmet, the shape...
Should fit.
Hold on. Shut your fucking mouth. Something like a helmet
Steal his fucking thunder.
is important, the shape, because the shape of a helmet for a Urukau or a Hondu would be drastically different than the shape of a helmet for a human.
Yes.
And that
Once again.
is a funny, weird thing. What I'm going to tell you right out the gate.
GMs avoid this because it takes
A bunch of time. It takes a bunch of time. What I'm going to tell you is that I am overall going to avoid this 100%, but I am going to use it for comedic effect from time to time. That's what I'm going to say right now. So it's big on... I'm going to use it for two reasons. For comedic effect and to kind of get the gist across here of like where maybe it should go. Welcome to the chat. Greetings from Chile. Hello, Chile.
Hey.
Hello.
We're worldwide.
So
Mr. Worldwide.
it rattles. Mr. 305. So it rattles around on Klep's head. Klep's head, though, is a similar shape to Jorn's head.
A raccoon.
Is a similar shape to Jorn's head. And Jorn's head, it probably wouldn't rattle around on.
Well, hold on. I'm going to be that guy, and I'm going to say, what race was that wizard?
Yeah.
You don't
This
know.
map.
You don't know.
Well, I mean, you two know.
You don't know. You have no idea.
I'll never know if you know, huh?
Fair enough. All right.
Clip clambers around, climbs up Jorn, slaps it on his head.
Perfect.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
And I'm just gonna
It's like,
great.
go completely above board here and go. I didn't
Great.
pick this.
Now we're both cursed.
I'm gonna go completely above board and go. I didn't pick this for Jorn, but I imagine Jorn might actually get a little more use out of it.
The most win out of it, yeah. There are certain items that just feel like better.
because armor and you know
Yeah.
tank. At least try to. It wasn't this time, but
Yeah, you do try. I will let you know that the full above board is that this is called the Visage of Fear.
There we go.
And I'm going to give you,
Useful information.
yeah, it is called the Visage of Fear. So whenever you get back to society, you'll get to know what it is because somebody there will tell you what it is. But I'm just going to get that out of the way now. That way you guys can make accurate notes. Even though I've made notes, I'd like you guys to be able to do that as well.
All right, Jorn, put Visage of Fear in your inventory.
working on it. Thank you. And actually, I'm gonna thank Klep. I'm gonna look around and be like, yeah, it's probably not a good idea to wear this right now either. So I take it out and stuff it in the top of my pack and be like, we'll deal with it later. I promise.
All right.
All right. So let's prep for one more night
For war.
of
So
chillax and max and action all cool.
I'm gonna broach the delicate subject and
You're
I'm
going
gonna
to be
ask kind
a
of-
pin that holds things? You're going to broach
well,
it?
That's a breach.
and correct me if I'm wrong, but we didn't do anything about this yet. But
Oh, don't worry.
Paul
We will.
says, morally speaking, so that I know we're all on the same page, we're not gonna open that sarcophagus.
I
Well-
mean, I'm not opposed if we wait till morning,
Yeah.
get a
messing with
little
somebody's-
better.
We're already technically messing with somebody's resting place at this point in time with the golem. I don't feel good.
That was my point. It
This-
hadn't
this
been
is-
brought up.
This is more of a gray area of grave robbing, I guess, is what you'd want to kind of put it at. We're not taking anything from the grave itself. It's just the room. I wouldn't take any. I wouldn't open.
We're
this
just
up.
defacing the headstone. People do that all the time. Kids, you know.
I don't feel comfortable opening it, especially what could be in it.
We are at this stage already tomb robbers. We're stealing from someone's tomb. That's already being done.
night,
First time
Celestial.
either.
Good night.
Celestial. It's also not the first time either. I'm gonna go ahead and throw out that we absolutely robbed that Uvior guy, and thought about doing it again.
Yeah.
We're still gonna do it again.
And he could talk. He could talk back. He was like he's
Well,
there.
That was his house, though. That wasn't
I'm not
really
sure.
his grave.
I'm not
That's
sure.
where his body rests.
I'm not sure he can talk back any longer after
That's
the way
fair.
we
I did
left
kill him.
Yeah. I think
But
we really
the
finished
point-
that
my
one.
My point is that would have been.
We've stolen from the dead before. Yeah, of course. I think that
And we gotta go back for Larry. Just to throw that out there.
Larry doesn't exist anymore. I told you that.
Yeah, you could say that, but I
Wait,
gotta see
wait.
it to believe it.
Who was Larry? I forgot. I was asleep for half that.
It was one of the skeletons that was helping us out.
Oh,
Good guy.
Oh,
Good guy.
yeah,
We should check in on him if we ever go back.
all right.
He
I was
doesn't.
real-
All right.
I was real tired.
Let
yeah,
him believe it.
let's
Jairus,
get
let him have something. He had a bad time.
All right. Jairus
I
leans in.
died there.
Jairus leans in and goes, "You tell him whatever bedtime stories you like to tell him. I will shut my spiky toothed mouth, my fanged mouth. All right."
I have already at this point in time headed towards the door to start remaking camp again.
Let me switch your. Oh, now I have to get your other picture up. Can I do that? Is that possible?
Is there any like runes or writing anywhere in this room?
Only in places that would be concerning.
Those are the places that I want to look at.
That's fair.
I won't be switching you back yet because I don't know how to do that. I'll switch you back later. Just send me. Do you
You
have
finished
you?
the night as werewolf, Jorn.
Yeah.
Rodolph, we are playing Mythcraft, which is a newer system that released last year.
Yeah, so Mythcraft by
It's in the second year.
Quasi Real Publishing. It's only
Yeah,
2 years
because
old.
we
We
were-
kickstarted it and we have a great time playing it.
Yeah. I'm gonna make up a lie and pretend for a second, but we're the second biggest Mythcraft stream.
That's
right
not a
after
lie.
Mythcraft themselves.
That's-
I
that's
don't know
not
if
a
that's a
lie.
lie or not.
That's not a lie. We are the second biggest Mythcraft stream. To my knowledge, we are. We actually might be the first because I don't think they're actively doing a regular stream on Quasi Real.
Oh,
yeah,
forget.
they
We're
stopped.
The only ones, yeah, we're like the only ones. That
Theirs ended.
stream. They do
The
a
people who make the
They do a
game,
podcast,
the people who
yeah.
make the game made a great podcast. That if you are interested in this game further, you can check it out. They did like a 40-episode run. You can go check that out. I highly recommend it. I enjoyed it a lot. But other than them, I think we might be the only ones playing it live. So, yeah.
Feel free to check it out. It's Mythcraft.
Today is gonna be the day. Sorry.
Feel free to check it out. It's great. You can
Yeah,
play
absolutely, man.
with
What
just
did
the
you say,
free stuff
Jeff?
online right
If you
now.
could just find one person and make them play Mythcraft, you would say that was a huge win.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Rod. You could make his day.
I literally said
literally
that,
said that
today.
Today. Yeah.
That's the first
If I
time
can
you
get
said
one
that.
person to play it, then it's a big victory for me. So I'd love it if you tried it.
This is a game that I look forward to playing every time.
All right, we're a little off
It's-
track.
Yeah, we're at camp.
Well, was there writing?
Yeah, was there writing?
Just wanted to see if there's any lore that I can get.
Writing on like the tomb anywhere?
No,
Yeah.
writing on the wall.
I just shared my photo.
Perfect. I will
It's in this chat.
in this chat. Okay, perfect. I will
should
use
show
it. Yeah. So I'm gonna say that you explore and you don't really see any writing. Let me put it in the most clear way I can. You can't read any of this stuff here, just like you couldn't read any of this stuff outside.
I would like to.
Anything that's not too worn,
I would like to use some of my parchment to take rubbings of as much of it as I can. I have 8 pages of parchment.
Most of it is super worn. I'm going to say that you absolutely can. It's going to be broken. I want you to put this in your notes, and I'm really going to rely on you to reference back at this. I'm going to try to remember to work on this in my spare time. But put in your notes like tomb etchings and tomb etchings of a long dead mage in an unfamiliar language.
Etchings of long dead mage in a
unknown language.
In an unknown language.
Today is gonna be the day.
I have 2 mysteries to solve, and this one's my fault.
Yes. The other mystery.
You're muted, I think, sir.
Yes, the other mystery you could solve if only you could figure out that riddle.
Yes. We'll come back to that.
This.
Also, very quickly, I do, because I like interacting with our new viewers, especially. Your brothers are huge TTRPG fans. Hey, man, get them on our stuff. Torchlit Tavern, we make this stream, and we also have a podcast. If you listen in English, which clearly you do, you know.
Yeah.
Check us out, Torchlit Tavern, the podcast, or follow us up and have them come look. If you enjoy this at all, please, we'd appreciate it. And get them on Mythcraft too, bro. Get in there and fucking run a game, dude. Trust me, it's not that hard.
And don't forget to plug the fact that if you want to catch up on most of this current campaign, God, couldn't find the word. It is on YouTube. Again, find us under Torchlit Tavern. You can find most of it. There's a few episodes missing, unfortunately, but nothing huge, I think. Maybe one huge episode.
It was Ulvin's fault. It was Ulvin's fault.
We're going to blame Ulvin.
Yeah.
That's fine. We'll blame Ulvin.
Definitely.
I'm blameless.
It's true.
Thank you for stopping by, and hopefully you enjoy it and you share it with your friends. Yes, so you get some cave etchings. We'll solve that mystery another time. You guys make your camp. Is there anything very specifically you'd like to do when with your camp or in camp this evening?
Achieve full health.
Sleep for 8 hours.
Holy
I'm
shit,
gonna.
Nice stab there, bud. I didn't think we were gonna pull that one off.
I'm gonna look over.
I didn't think I was gonna pull it off either.
Yeah, I look over at him like. That was impressive. I tried to hold him down as long as I could. And, that was not easy.
Jairus takes off his, I believe I have brigandine. Yes, Jairus takes off his brigandine because you're making camp to start like bandaging and like sewing because some of that armor is now slightly damaged. And you could see that he took a fucking beating as he takes it off. Even on his dark green skin, you can see these patches of bruising coming in and the large slashes over his body as he's basically, his upper body is shirtless at this stage as he took everything off. And he goes, yeah, it's kind of like, I thought it might be my last moment, so I'm not going to lie to you. I thought, well, if I'm going out, I didn't think I was going out when I said I'm about to go out. I meant leave. And then they hit me.
You familiar with the concept of poetic irony?
Only poetic justice.
All of us look over it and clap like.
All right.
Maybe I should familiarize myself. Never been much of a poet.
By the way, question for you, because this is something Jordan would have probably witnessed and brought up. You flashed there for a second when it hit you.
No, it flashed when I hit it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was you.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, all right. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, that was gonna be a
Yeah. It's a good thing. Good thing to reference back if that had happened. Thank you for potentially picking up that thread. It flashed.
Okay,
And
it
like
flashed.
now
All right,
we're
cool, never
now
mind.
that we're past it, that flash was to
In
indicate
his
it was
defense,
rough.
you did say Jarrus's eyes
Yeah,
flashed,
yeah.
but I knew you meant the golem.
Yeah,
But
my
you
bad.
did say that because I specifically had that thought as well. I was like, "What?" I was like, "Oh, he means the golem."
Fair enough.
My B.
And not wanting to let go of the glaive, but at the same time, he's gonna walk over to Jarrus as he's sitting like up against the wall, trying to stitch himself back together. I'm gonna hand him the glaive, and I'm gonna pull out a med kit and start doing it for him, since it's gonna be hard for him to reach like his back and stuff. I was like,
Yeah, definitely.
I was like, hold this,
Yeah.
don't let it go.
He holds
I'm very
it in
serious.
one hand. He holds it in one hand, and he has his armor slung over his knee, and he's got this super thick needle that he's just trying to fucking sew this armor together because he's had to live by himself for years now.
Yeah.
So like this armor's not usually used to taking this much of a beating.
Yeah.
You look at Jarrus and you think he probably survived more of the fights he was in before he found us.
Yeah. Yeah, I apologize if this hurts, but this is what we're gonna do. And I start
He
applying.
puts the glaive in his mouth. Go on. And
Yeah, he
just-
bites on the cloth like.
Yeah, he puts the glaive in his mouth, and then he sews his fucking armor, and you sew him, and you spend several hours in this manner.
I think we
throwing
all
down
we're all
flavor.
doing that. It's like a chain of
If we're throwing down flavor,
Yeah,
you guys can
throw in some
clearly
flavor.
see all of Klep's fur almost is matted down with his own blood. Just covered. There's bald patches where you can see there was long fur here once, but now it's chopped.
You know how people do a massage chain? We're doing a sewing chain. We're like
Oh,
we're all trying
no.
to stitch each other's
No,
shit up.
Klep is curled up in a ball going to sleep again. Not disgruntled this time, but that is the first thing he does is he's like, I need rest. Curls up in a ball covered in his own blood and just
Yeah, that means you're at the end of the chain where I'm sewing you up asleep.
okay.
I think that the question that I have here is how does
Yes, alcohol and RPG.
it's a good combo. How does the ability you use work? Do you just take the equivalent of the damage as internal, or like as in like you feel the damage, or do you physically have representations of all the times that fucking
I got hit.
yeah that Jordan was hit? Because like
I would have one or two hits from him too, because he got hit and I got hit.
yeah.
So
I and this is your flavor to flavor, right? You season it however you like. You can either make it so that
Paprika.
both you have oh, it's a good choice. Smoked preferably.
Of course.
So like, you know, do you both have like similar, if not exactly
Yeah.
the same wounds all over your
It
body?
would be exactly the same wounds.
All right.
Except he would have a couple missing from what I have.
Okay.
Because he was able to block all of the damage for some of them and I wasn't.
yeah, that shield HP
Forgot that
helped,
you guys are
really
sharing
helped.
damage.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
So for the most
Yeah,
part,
thank you.
our
Thank you.
scars in this
Yeah.
battle match.
Yeah,
So yeah, either both of you are pretty equally tore up, and you have the glaive
externally, but
wounds.
I'm actually I have again. I didn't.
Well, that's
take
why I
enough
said
damage
you
because-
don't have all of the
Yeah.
scars that I have.
Yeah.
I have all of the scars you have.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and then some. He has extra. He has all the ones you have and extra.
Yeah. So I'm gonna
Braggart.
after
Brag much?
after finishing, I'm gonna pour a glass of beer for you, and then I'm gonna walk over to Klep, and I'm gonna start doing the same thing. I'm gonna help Gall,
Yeah.
and also pour him a cup.
Appreciated. I'm
Jarrus
all
is-
out of magic or how to fix this shit for us, you know? Sometimes I guess you just gotta have cool scars.
I look at Gall and like, you did enough. That vine taking him down was.
He got out though.
He might have gotten out, but you kept him down for long enough for me to get there.
Oh, and above board.
I wish that wasn't
Sorry to
empty.
go above board again. We did do a lot more damage than I remembered. Like thinking
obviously,
back at it, when I remembered,
If he went down,
Well, think about it. You guys kept having him pinged the entire time, so I was able to just keep banging him with my boomerang for like 6 or 7 turns.
I
straight.
didn't remember that we had ever even attempted to fight him, so I'm happy to hear otherwise.
Yeah, I had been mollywhopping him the entire time. And
when
then
we attempted
Jarrus
to fight
came
him the
in and
first time, not a
hopped
lot
on it
happened.
too.
Didn't go well.
No.
We took advantage of him being down.
Yeah. You tripping him was key. That was
all right. So
as Jarrus sits there and sips the alcohol, he goes, John, I'm not sure if you noticed, but you only have slightly fewer wounds than at Boy Days. You might think about that for yourself.
I'm aware, but I think I'm a little bit better off than all of you. You all look pretty banged up. So,
Half-past dead? You're right.
I would if it was people that I didn't respect, I'd say hammered shit. But you guys just look hammered at this point.
Well, something's better than nothing, I guess.
Yeah. You all after everything, and we've fed and watered, I will take watch and wake Gaul probably halfway through the night, because again, you two were pretty banged up, and Gaul I think still kind of okay-ish.
yeah, after we got done with our sewing circle, Gaul knocked out, because his hope is to try to get his magic back as soon as possible in case we need it for the healing. And then
Klep only briefly wakes up in the middle of the night once, and it's because he goes to roll over and his blood and fur had dried to the ground.
Stuck.
So when he rolled, it pulled on his hair.
Ooh.
So
that was the only wake up he had.
Mm-hmm.
Jarrus is up against the wall with the glaive that you told him to hold, and he's asleep with the glaive, leaned up against the wall, like as if he fell asleep on post from watching something, which I'll even say this which is like eerily familiar to Jorn. Jorn's like, did you used to watch things? Like, did you used to be a guard? Like, for real.
That's familiar.
Yeah, you're like, what the fuck? But yeah, he's just asleep. He's just fucking holding that fucking shit though. He's just got.
Yeah. So
worked hard for it.
Yeah, halfway through the night, I'll wake Gaul up. I'll be like, I'll tap on him. I need to catch a little bit of shut eye.
Gaul, I have to know. I don't know if we've just discussed this before. I need to try to make a mental note. When you stone up, is it? When you stone up and stone down, for those who are unaware, his race turns to stone when they sleep. So
yes,
his lineage. Sorry, race is not a term we use anymore. His lineage turns to stone. When you stone up, I imagine it's just like the classic Medusa / gargoyle, just turns to stone. But when you wake up, does it crumble off of you? Or does it just return to being? Do you break? Is it exfoliating?
And also, let's put this far even further for flavor. Your clothes stay normal, or do your clothes also turn to stone?
I think my clothes stay normal. I don't think there's any reason to believe that they would go away. Yeah.
So your clothes and accoutrement stay normal.
First of all, turning to stone, not always easy. It's like going to sleep. And I think that sometimes I have to focus on key points. And you know how you relax part of your body slowly? That's one of the ways you can go to sleep is to concentrate and relax. So sometimes I have to turn pieces of myself to stone slowly when it's hard to sleep at night. And I think tonight was one of those because it's a rough day. A lot to think about. But so I think that by that logic, when I wake up, when he taps on me and my head turns, I think what happens is that it's not obvious, it's not like a flake or anything like that, but there is color returns to my face because it's stone gray. Well, sorry, I'm already a gray character, so that is kind of odd. like color returns to my face, like a different shade to my skin,
right.
but and also just
Darker
like
or
a
lighter or
slight
something.
sheen of dust, like a little bit of dust kind of pops off when I turn my head toward him.
Sick. All right,
Like that.
mental note that. Yeah, it's just kind of dusts off you. I like that. Okay, cool. So yes, he tap.
I need to catch some shut-eye now as well. You good?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, feeling great. Hey, you get some shut eye. Hey man, I appreciate you keeping us safe all the time. You take way more licks than you need to.
Well, this time I didn't do as much as I'd like to have, but we had a plan and we went for it. So we need to do that more often, I think.
Look, man, you're just hanging out with a lot of people who apparently have no regard for their own well-being. So good luck keeping us safe. You're doing a great job.
All right, I'll see you in the morning. I walk over and I'm like kind of next to Jairus, but I'm like far enough away where like he wouldn't think I was just like being near him. But I was like, I'm not letting that thing out of my direct vicinity because everything we went through, that's not happening. It's just not.
After everybody else
and take it from him. So
after everyone else goes back to sleep, I attempt to take both the mask and the glaive, and I put them on, and I'm like,
just walking around like you're a big tough guy. Look at me, I'm so cool.
Wait, great, now you're cursed.
Yep.
Yeah, it's three of us.
Everybody curse.
I also check on I check on the front door. I check at the front of the cave. I'm gonna catch them bandits.
There they are. All of them.
Knew it.
Also,
Luckily, I'm armed now.
Yeah,
You
and
fell into my
he casts triple upgraded creeping vine and ties them all down.
I also summon the skeletons.
That's
and just for good measure, he puts the helmet on Jairus before he gives it back.
Yeah, and we're all
You
cursed
do,
now.
bitch. Welcome to the club.
Hey,
All right,
I'm
Let
the
us
curse
together, you son of a
club.
bitch.
Night passes.
Yeah, night passes. You check the front. It's the middle of the night at that point, right? Because you guys went in early morning. Actually, you guys went in like not super early morning, but you went in the morning last time. You from the last fight, so you're actually kind of still in the middle of the night. You guys take the extra time and just wait till the morning, right? Like normal 8 hours exactly would have put you more still in the night. But you take the extra time for everybody, and morning comes. When morning comes,
Those crow sounds remind me of the cemeteries in Diablo.
fair. When morning comes, there are some you're continuing to kind of check your errant eye there at the front of the entrance of the cave, and you see some wildlife here and there, still very sparse. You see like a goat, and you're like, well, that makes sense. This is so high up. That's about the only thing that you can see. Like
Lizards,
a goat
creepy crawlies.
and some fucking birds is about all you see. Some like insects or
I was
whatever.
gonna say, how you not gonna mention birds when we got bird sounds?
We were getting there. We were getting there.
We don't see them.
You don't
Not
see-
one sight.
Not one time.
That's
You don't see
odd. I don't
the
like
Now
birds.
we're in
that.
trouble. Where are these birds? I like how he took my glasses off.
Yeah. Where are
Put 'em
they?
on.
Where
I
are
don't know,
these birds?
Superman. Why'd you take your
Where
glasses off?
are the birds going?
You fucking gonna rip your shirt open and reveal the S too? Shit.
Yeah, by
Anyways.
this point, I probably have an S scar.
It's more of a Zorro zigzag, but
Yeah.
Zorro Z, if you ask me.
We all got jokes.
So, yeah, we do.
We got jokes today.
The,
You guys
the
wake
whole
up.
bit, the whole bit last one with the fucking band name was great. I love that. So yeah, all right. So we're getting up and around, and and I look over at Jairus and go, "Hi, how you feeling, bud?"
Jairus creaks one eye open and looks over at you. The black pools that are his eyes, and he goes, "Better than before."
Fair enough.
And then he slowly opens the other one. Still not great in the sort of I'm still sore.
Oh yeah, the beating you took, any of us would be. I look over at Klep. Oh, it looks like he's stuck to the ground.
Did anybody bring a spatula?
I walk over to it with my water skin and start dribbling water on the parts to try to loosen it up a little bit. Like, all right, come on, we don't want you losing all your fur.
Fucking.
He is pretty patchy at this point.
You hear as you walk over with the water skin, you hear the clatter of a dagger as Jarrus just threw a dagger to cut him off the floor.
Jesus.
I look at where the dagger landed. I'm like,
All right.
It's just you just cut him loose. I mean, the water works. Water's a better idea.
All right.
I'll get that in a second. Hold on, I got to put this armor back on.
The great news is that there ain't much to carry. The bad news is that the loot just isn't quite as impressive this go around. But it'll make an easier trek back. Shit. I was kind of hoping we'd find some silver. We're going to have to pay them people on the way back into town.
I mean, we are going to get paid for this.
Yeah, but we need the money to make it to
I had
town
a thought
first.
I just had a thought. The door's open still, or is the door's closed?
Door's open.
You said at some point in time that this golem had joints.
Sort of, yeah. It is silver. It is silver. I don't. It's silver. Fuck it. It's silver. Yeah.
We were gonna open the sarcophagus today, anyways. So while searching,
I want you, Jorn, to make an alchemy check. As an alchemist, as a person who's been studying alchemy, you have the means to test if this is actually silver. You have the means and the knowledge. Make an alchemy check.
Okay. Hey, Jarrus, can I actually borrow this? I hold up the dagger.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. All of a sudden, I just I don't run, but I kind of jaunt it back into the room, and I disappear for a second.
Sorry, I was reading about the goat that draws a battle axe and bleats loudly.
Yeah. There is no cow level. You can't prove it.
I played Diablo 2. I can, in fact, prove it.
Okay. Now hold on, because I need to ask you this, because you had said as I study more, my alchemy could get better, and I did talk about studying the last time. Currently, I was rolling 2, taking the lower.
You gotta use your downtime for that though. You can't use.
No, that was the last night before we did this.
Yes. I'm talking about when I go, hey, we're gonna do downtime activities.
Okay,
where you're gonna take days off. Yeah,
that's fine. I just want to be clear. Okay, so I'm still rolling 2, taking the lower.
I do.
Okay.
What I'll give you here is, because you've been doing it a lot lately, I'll give you 2 TA for it for free. Here you go, 2 TA.
Well, I just like to, because I take 2. I roll 2, take the lower.
Right, and that's when they give you I'll give you 2 TA.
Okay. All right, that's fine. So I walk up to the golem, looking around to make sure nothing else is going on. I'm like, all right, and I go to his leg. I'm and I try to scrape off a little bit of it into a vial.
Done. Easy.
Okay. All right. And all of a sudden I come jaunting back out. I'm like, all right, well, let's see if this is actually. And I walk over and open my kit and whatnot. Okay. 17.
17. So it is specifically called a silver golem. It says it's made of silver. That motherfucker's silver, dude.
He's very big, so we're not taking a lot. But I'm like, guys,
you got to take the gauntlets.
He's made of actual silver. It's and I hold up a silver coin, like silver.
Not call his boots.
His boots are connected. He's wearing no armor
for now.
You may attempt to take his limbs.
Yeah.
To be clear, you cannot take clothes off of him, as it is one solid piece.
I think the
Elbow up.
easiest. I think at least the easiest part to not over encumber us would be his fingers.
Oh, we could take his whole hands, I think.
Again, not to over encumber us, but yeah,
Let's
that's
go
an
up to
option.
the elbow. We got Thumper. Let's go to the elbow.
Again, we also don't want to look overly encumbered and or have too much loot. Again, we would need to hide it. And I point to the glaive.
Not if we're using these for payment.
I'm aware, but smaller chunks, so we would have to section it up. That's all I'm saying.
Well, let's start with this, huh? I've some daggers. Daggers aren't great at cutting metal, but they can do it.
The hardest part of this, it would be cutting any of him.
Well,
The best tool to do so would be the glaive.
No,
and
the
I
halberd.
also have an axe,
Yeah.
Oh, the halberd.
An
The halberd
axe,
would get
an
you.
axe would be the absolute best tool for this.
and I have an axe.
Yeah.
I have a
Head, shoulders, knees, and
curved
toes, man.
stick.
Yeah. So
cut it into
no,
chunks and figure it out.
I go over to my pack and I start digging it and I pull out a battle axe. I'm like, well, we can take something.
Hey, I'm just saying that so far, other than the glaive, kind of slim pickings compared to our last job. So we might as well make the most of it.
All right. Well, why don't you two? And I point to Gall and Clep. Why don't you two check out the sarcophagus? Jairus and I will check out the Gall. Sound good?
Yeah.
All right. So this will be a
Yep.
fun little mini game that I'm going to try to work up on the fly here that hopefully we can do very quickly.
Yep.
I'm going to allow you to use the battle axe to chop pieces off.
Okay.
I'm going to give every, let's call it joint a health. And that health is going to be like, let's say 15,
Okay.
right? 15 seems like you could do it in one, but it might take 2 or 3.
It's gonna be 2 at least.
So is 15. Now the armor rating here, I'm going to make a little high just because you're trying to cut into metal. Mm-hmm. So we'll make the armor rating something like, let's say 13. Not crazy high, but higher than most of us have for sure.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So just roll real quick, and each joint you make your way through, just roll. Okay. You know the parameters you have to hit. Every
and
time
how long it takes is how we roll. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right.
All right. So
I particularly like that we're hearing these crows because those are the kind of creatures that pick the bones of the dead, and that is absolutely what we're doing here.
okay. So there's an 18 hit.
They are some of the types of creatures that pick the bones of the dead. 18 hits, roll the damage. Like you say, like I said, it's 13.
Hey,
13.
Fun fact about that acid: we
6.
do have an acid. Kenny says if you have
Yes,
an
but
acid
we
or
don't
other
want
chemicals, you might be able to dissolve it.
We don't want to dissolve and make it go away.
Well, if you were a good enough alchemist, you'd know how to dissolve and save
to melt.
To melt
Which,
it within
at this
a.
point in time, we're not doing. 6 damage
It's
to
all
that.
that process.
Sublimation.
Sever it.
Yeah.
6 damage to the first joint. 19 hits.
What's the first joint you're going for? Is it fingers or is it wrist?
We'll go wrist.
Okay.
Gets
4
us a pocket full of fingies.
Mm-hmm.
doesn't hit. That one doesn't hit. That one hits.
They all hit. It just doesn't do much. Just to be clear.
doesn't do anything.
So every time you miss, it's just cling,
Yep.
cling. You guys are watching
Okay.
him work his way through this.
All right. So
No, we're not. We're absolutely engrossed in that sarcophagus. Are you kidding me?
Total of 15. Total of 15
It's
damage to the
sealed.
first joint now.
Okay.
So first
Hacked
joint's
off. Boom. You got a hand.
That one hits.
If you guys are investigating the sarcophagus, I give you every right to. You couldn't fit a crowbar. I have a crowbar. Jairus does. You couldn't fit a crowbar in the joints.
Okay.
If you'd like to swing a hammer at it and really fucking disturb it, you can feel free, but you couldn't open it.
Okay.
Klep wants to try something different. Klep wants to take the glaive to the sarcophagus and see if he can like set it on it and it makes it move, or if he can try and use it to command the sarcophagus to open.
Jairus is the
Anything
current
of that caliber.
Jairus is the current holder of the glaive. Will walk over and help you with this. He attempts. You could just keep working on
okay,
that.
fine.
If you beat
Yeah,
15,
fine,
you
I'll
take
help.
another joint. Just tell me what joints you broke off.
right.
He'll continue to, or he'll come over to help you with it. And he'll do everything. He'll be like a shamalama ding dong, you know, like he's just hitting every angle. He even like pokes it a little at the edge that you can just barely see. Might have existed, you know, like the corner where you think an edge might be. Like he does the whole thing. It does not open. He, you know, open sesame.
We can't just push the lid off. It's not one of those.
No,
Okay.
either time or magic has sealed this shut.
You said Jairus does everything.
All the things that you ask him to do to try to open this. Yes.
He asks
glaive.
you to hit it with the glaive.
We just discussed how magic items don't have to have any magical durability, but sure, he'll swing the fuck out of it at this thing if that's what you
No,
really
don't do
want. This is
Will
my
Jairus
DM's.
do that with the magic
warning.
axe that is our payoff.
I don't mean like an overhand swing. I mean like a pommel butt.
Sure.
Like hit it.
Yeah, he hits it with the pommel.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
Klep says,
Alright, well, that
He
bad
bangs the
ideas.
pommel
You,
against it.
you got anything?
Jairus this whole time has been like, just kind of like giving you a shrug and doing the things you asked. When you finally ask his opinion, he goes, I mean, whoever it was made this whole space hidden, and as a guardian here, I don't think he wants to be disturbed. I think if you were looking for a curse, that would be the way to do it. More than anything, I think that it's intentionally not easy.
All right.
Alright. I'll call it.
I'm gonna at this point in time say I've taken a total of 6 joints. I've taken both arms off totally, hands,
you gotta be high as shit.
elbows, and shoulder up the, and then 4 upper arms.
Okay, so you got hands, elbows, shoulder.
Correct.
He's in
And those are the smallest, easiest, most manageable pieces.
so
Yes.
both of his arms.
You have
both of
yes,
his
he has both of his arms in total broken into 3 pieces. Both of his arms in total. I said he was about 9 foot tall. I'm going to say that that's pretty heavy. That amount that you got right there is probably like, you're probably looking at about like 50 pounds per arm, which is great in the long run. In the short run, you got 100 pounds of silver to carry around.
Yeah.
Great in the long run. Great.
All right.
And I'll have to figure
All right.
out.
I got questions, Jairus. Since you have an opinion on the fact that this could be cursed, you are our resident expert on what should or should not be stolen.
Sure. I've stolen a lot of things.
Do you
It makes
think that
sense.
the effort to put in to get into this thing is worth the potential danger?
Into the sarcophagus. You're asking a lot here. So far, it looks as though this is one of those instances where tomb robbing or grave robbing hasn't. It has a rough split as far as its worth. It was hard to get here, and what we got out of it was just 2 pieces so far. We noticed
Which
that
is
there
a
were
reason
more.
to continue looking for stuff.
We noticed that there were more, but time had gotten to it. right? Speaking as somebody that has robbed a grave or two, it's important to think about the effort and then think about the time. Some people's graves ain't worth robbing after some time. We don't know if we open that, if he'll be perfectly like preserved with all his stuff, or if it's just dust, or if it's gold, or if there's nobody at all. And to break it is a risk in and of itself. He did clearly intend nobody disturb his sleep. At least that's what the golem leads me to believe. Which means on the other end of it, either there is nothing in there because the golem did this and this is a headstone, basically, or what's in there is way worse than what's out here, because what's in there is the remains of someone who was likely very powerful, and there's no way that someone very powerful just goes, yeah, sure, if you can open up this very hard to open sarcophagus.
I mean, we didn't. It's not just open the sarcophagus. We also had to defeat the Tomb Guardian. But my point is,
I just don't think I think it's
You don't
more
think it's
risk
worth it?
than worth. Yes, I think it's far more risk than worth.
all right, because
I'm
I'm
gonna-
going to say it. I got pythons. I got a gavel. That means that I got a hammer and something to drive a spike into the sides of this thing. Just saying.
We don't even know how thick it is. This could be 4 or 5 inches thick, and it's a pretty big sarcophagus, so that's easy to believe.
I'm gonna say I'm done. I'm finally finished at this point, and I'm walking over with the axe on my shoulder, like,
Winded.
all right, what'd you guys figure out?
Well, right now
here.
we're kind of discussing whether or not getting into the sarcophagus is a safe or worthy of attempt, because so far the sarcophagus is
It's
impenetrable.
impossible. I tried everything.
yeah.
That's definitely the way Klepp would see it.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say I'm gonna let the
How
let
much?
the G or the MC know that I rolled an intelligence check, so I'm gonna make a pretty good guess as to how much weight of silver that I just hacked up.
You,
Um,
like I said, you think it's like
okay.
100 pounds of silver you just hacked up.
I've got almost 100 pounds worth of
Wait.
silver.
He was mostly hollow then, because I was going to say he probably weighs more than that.
That's per arm. That's 50 per arm.
Oh,
Sorry.
gotcha. Just the
Yeah.
stuff he hacked. Gotcha.
Just
Yeah,
what he had.
sorry. Yeah,
Gotcha.
and also magical could also mean it's not as heavy. So, but we'll get into that.
He also might
I've
not
got-
be entirely silver.
It doesn't matter. There's
I've
Yeah,
got
silver in the cart.
almost 100 pounds of silver. Oh, it's a little dusty in here. Back there, and I mean, at least we're getting silver out of it.
All right, let's head back.
All right. I mean, if you want, we can try to take more. It's just going to take a lot more swinging. And he looks like he's been swinging for the fences for a while now.
I don't think we
I
need
don't
to
wanna-
push our luck.
I don't want to overload the horses either. And again, we're gonna have to use our bedrolls and whatnot to make this look not conspicuous.
You said 16, or you said 100 pounds?
Yeah.
It's about 1,600 silver pieces by my count.
Thank you for finding that, because I was literally in the background looking like, what is that? How am I
A
going to
silver coin or bullion from back in the day weighed about an ounce. If you use that as your thing, 16 ounces per pound, 16 times 100.
Yeah,
1600
no, I love that.
silver
I love
pieces.
that. I was looking to see
you're
they
okay
had
with
a
it.
weight. Yeah, I'm totally
Oh,
okay with that.
that's just Gall's. That is Gall's uneducated guess based on weight.
You know, I'm totally okay with that. I was looking to see if they factored coin weight into encumbrance, because if they did, then we could get an exact coin weight.
So we'll say
Wow.
so at least over 1,000 silver.
At
Which is like-
least
yeah.
of what you
Okay,
got.
so we got 100 pounds of silver. How much is that? Like almost over 1,000?
I don't know if they have it in Mythcraft. I'll see if I can find it. But in 3rd edition D&D, 50 gold coins was a pound, which is not realistic, but that's what they did. It's up to you if you want
For small gold coins, maybe.
that. I mean, yeah, the assumption being that, wow, those coins must be tiny as fuck. But
I would probably
Yeah.
half that so that a pound is 25, so that they're a decent
25.
size. Because you're right, 50 is a pound. That puts them at
I mean, by what I looked up for real life weight, it's 16 per pound. So
Cut it in the middle and say 20.
Bullion, though. That's bullion,
Yeah.
though. Like, I don't think. Here's a good for
silver
instance.
bullion.
Yeah, this is actual silver. I'm holding it. I don't think this is a full. Oh yeah, this is 1 troy ounce. See how big this coin has to be a troy ounce?
Yeah.
Like up against my palm. This
Yeah.
is real.
And I'm guessing the SC in this world isn't that big either.
And like that's what I'm saying. It's like
25.
if you wanted to compare that,
Double it.
Okay, 25. So we
Double it and give it to the next guy.
We
Yeah.
have maybe a couple thousand.
Hi, I'm the
worth of
next guy.
silver.
Double it and give it to the next guy.
Hi, I'm the next guy. Double it and give it to the next guy.
hi, I'm the
Hey,
next guy. I get to keep it all.
Yeah, Jarrus, if you let it go, it's gonna go to somebody else. So
That's what I thought Jim was
keep
gonna
it within the
say,
group.
because he's the
Keep it
fucking
within the group.
GM. I give it to the next guy.
No,
I'm thinking
couldn't
the
let
SC in
Jarrus
this
give away.
game are probably quarter size. So 25 isn't unrealistic for a pound.
fucking
Sure.
25 is easy.
100 pounds of
500.
silver.
We got 2,500.
spread 4 ways.
Yep.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. It's not hard to get out of here.
Plus, we're getting paid. I mean,
You
he
know,
might
and I'm
try
okay.
to. What's his name might take a cut, but I mean, even still, that's over
He
2,000.
doesn't take a cut of money found.
Well, this isn't really.
He
we'll
took a
debate-
cut of
we'll
our
debate-
magic items because we talk too much shit.
That's
We
fair.
do also have to pay our way back still.
We have
Yes,
SC for
that is
that.
gonna
We
eat
can
into
spend the SC on that.
Tuck as much of this shit in your boots so they don't look in your purse and think to charge you more.
Yeah, no, we're gonna hide it in our packs and shit,
Yeah,
and on the horses.
It's gonna get taped all over my body.
taped all over your
In
body.
fact, I'm fucking swallowing it and going to sleep. You guys can cart me by all of them.
Yeah. So as of right now,
Trying
I
to
have
shove a fucking golem's hand into his
Oh,
mouth.
I have taken ropes and attached them to the pieces so we can drag them to the horses because the horses are further away.
Yeah, the
Cliff
horses
has-
are.
Well, put it on the
Horses-
thumper that's with us.
Yeah. Club has a
Is it going to
thumper.
be able to carry all of it? Oh, yeah,
Yes, it's a
only
beast of
100 pounds.
burden.
It's only
It's a-
100 pounds. Yeah.
It's a beast of burden. It is meant to carry weight.
Should we try to take a little more, like maybe the head?
Yeah, I think that we can definitely get away with more than
Take a
100
stick.
pounds.
All right.
Let's get the head.
I'm gonna say the head probably has more
Which
HP because of the neck.
Hey, I say take the head because maybe with this amount of money, we might be able to get a place and maybe we could just put some trophies. Like we done some cool shit. Maybe we want a memento.
What's a mento?
A mint.
In another language,
Thank you.
it's a mint in Spanish.
The fresh maker. Come on.
I love that he's like, I'm gonna hack the head off then. All right. Da-da-da.
We're gonna get to work. Yeah, I don't think that it's possible to hack up the torso. Otherwise, I would negotiate it. That being said, that is
I would say
ton.
feet before that.
Chinese
Oh, yeah,
coins
definitely
sometimes
feet.
had holes in the middle of which would
you
reduce
don't
the weight.
understand.
Instead of a purse, they would carry a string. I did know that about that.
I did know
Through the
that,
middle of the
yeah.
coins, and many different
Okay.
coins actually would have holes in them. And coins look like a lot of different things, including bell coins, and
That's why they're called purse strings.
yeah. Well, also because it's, you cinch a purse with a string.
I looked like a librarian right there.
You did. Tasty little snacks.
I am
Mentos.
now sweaty and tired, very tired. I have now hacked off the head as well. I took a lot of attempts.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know
gonna
what?
say that if you
keeping us honest, that was another day, right? Every one of us needs to take another ration.
yeah,
a
you
total
guys
of
are at
4
3
more
days in,
rations.
and keeping you guys honest.
I've been keeping track.
Yeah,
It's
you're
gonna take a day to get down the hill.
probably.
We're down to 18 rations for the record.
Okay, well,
What about? We got 6 days.
I'm gonna say this about board. If
You
wish
good to head back, or we could rest one more day, Jorn, if you're.
If
No,
Jorn
that's,
is okay right now, and what I mean is gameplay wise, he's okay. If he continues to hack at this today, he will start to take exhaustion though. That's it's
Did we get the head?
yeah.
the head and both arms.
Head and both arms. I gave y'all for free, but he put a lot of work in. I was listening to how many times he fucking rolled that dice.
The head was not wanting to come off.
Yeah.
That was a spicy meatball.
How much does the head weigh?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that a head weighs like 25 pounds. So add another 25 pounds. So
That's gracious. Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
125 pounds.
It is a bit gracious,
Yeah.
but
I'll take it. We'll take
I
it.
imagine
That's
it's like a big blocky head.
probably fairly accurate. Not gonna lie,
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna
because you told us he's like 8 feet tall or something.
He's like
too,
he's
so
like 9
big.
foot tall. Yeah.
I'm gonna spend the rest of what little energy that I have left before getting exhausted wrapping these in old clothes and bedrolls and whatnot, and then slinging them over the thumper.
Done and done. You sling him over the thumper. You got also, and just to chime in, Jerris goes, just so we're aware, we can always come back to this. We now have a little hidden away trove of, what do you think? It's probably another 200, maybe 300 pounds of gold here, or pounds of silver here.
At least.
So we can always come back. And we don't have to tell nobody.
The only other person that knows about it is what's
Parker.
forget Hiker. That yeah. Oh man.
And Parker.
I call that even odds that he won't try to get it, but
Also, we don't have to tell Parker that it was a silver guardian. We can melt this. We can take this to somebody to melt down.
Yeah, this is technically an enemy. He said we get to take whatever's an enemy. So the loot would be the glaive and the helmet. So we'll see what he says.
See?
Gull starts attempting to drag the torso behind the sarcophagus. Cannot lift it. Cannot do
No,
it.
no.
You don't even have anything. You don't even have any good grab points because he took the head and shoulders.
Oh yeah, he took
You have to
everything
drag
off.
it.
Yeah.
You just try to
like-
drag it by the feet.
You're
It's
trying to,
not.
like,
It's
yeah.
stuck. It's rutting. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it ain't really moving for you, big
hide it.
fella.
All right.
I'm gonna hide it. Don't
so,
worry, I got this.
Just
So
close the
we'll-
door.
That's 31.25, by the way.
Yes, it is.
Approximately.
No,
Yeah.
if we're going off of that math.
This is approximate.
Right. The
Okay.
math here is still approximate. Is his point? Even the math is approximate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm actually gonna try something. So as we walk out, I'm gonna Jairus, let me see that. And I ask for the glaive. And I'm like, I'm gonna wave it at the door because I'm thinking like this thing controlled almost the whole place. It may not affect the sarcophagus, but maybe it'll close the door. I'm just thinking. Jordan's just like,
I get you, and I'm thinking about whether or not I think that the glaive controls the door.
well, I mean, the
Lock
golem did try to close the door on us.
Yes.
He's not a lucky guy. Give him a luck
Yeah.
roll.
Yeah. Take a luck roll.
Okay.
There was sort of a precedent that he
Dirty
shut
20.
the door. So
Yeah. Dirty 20. Yeah. Fuck it. You could shut the door with the
19,
thing.
19 plus 1.
But you also know
shit.
that anybody could push it.
They could.
Never mind.
Ma- what if? Now hear me out. Base of operations.
All the way up here.
You know how
Past all
hard
the-
it is to
past
get
all-
up and down this?
Y'all,
We're going to have to go through it right now.
This would be
That
secret
was
base
like
for
a-
storing.
I mean,
things.
that was a nice brisk hike. Y'all, I keep forgetting that y'all are city folk.
And all the tolls. Every time we'd want to go to our base, there'd be tolls.
Only if we
Why
enter
would
from
I,
one
I don't
side.
need to go back there. There. You saw the goats. There's game. There's,
I just kind of shake my head and start heading towards the entrance. I was like,
I grow a fucking plant out of the ground. Just fucking.
yeah.
You want some berries?
Jairus kind of looks at you and the plant you fucking grew and like cocks his head to the side and he goes, I mean, you're more than welcome, but this is seclusion is something that I'm not a huge fan of, or else you would have never met me. Does that make sense?
From near the entrance.
Fair enough.
Because I've been brooding about it since I started walking away from the conversation. I was like, It's got no feng shui.
Feng shui.
Yeah, it's got.
We hit the trail. We hear the crows. We hit the trail.
Yep.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, we all try
you
to
make
do
your way
accent.
down. You make your way back out. You've got
Well,
you've got more weight, so I'm gonna say that. Let's go. Do. So I'm gonna do away with the awareness. I'm gonna make you make one awareness check. One awareness check with a difficult DC.
to get back
I'll
to
have
the
you
horses.
know, I add 0 for my awareness.
You may use navigating if you have it
What
To-
about
I do.
to make sure you find your way back
Perceiving.
through it.
I do as well.
what
But I
about
do
perceiving?
remember.
No. This
Tumbling for when I fall into something?
That's not an awareness check.
No, you could reflex out of it possibly.
Yeah, I'll do navigating.
I do have really high
Nat
reflex.
Nat 20.
Yeah,
Same.
Been here before.
What is happening?
yeah. Both of you nat 20 does. That's perfect. I'm gonna say that you guys.
I'll shit you not.
I have navigate. I have a
I rolled a
navigator's
10.
kit. I have a navigator's kit. I rolled a nat 20 in navigating. I pull out the fucking map I drew on our way in.
Yeah.
When did you have time to
navigating is
when-
in this instance is more for the
My new
idea.
hobby.
Yeah. Navigating in this instance is more for the idea of if you've ever done a hike, it's easy to get lost if there's no trail. If you've done off-trail hiking, it's so easy to get lost.
Absolutely.
So that's all that was
Say
for.
we
But-
can see our old landmarks that we could remember.
Yeah, but you guys managed to like look at things in just the right way. To kind of like discern like, okay, yeah. We think we know where we're going. What we are going to do is we're going to do the int checks on your way down. Int checks on the way down to see if you like avoid any dangers. So we'll do. I don't remember how many I did the first time.
It was 6.
Wasn't it dexterity that I used last time?
No, they would have been int checks. I have it written here very clearly.
Okay.
And they're int checks because int is your sort of
Oh yeah, it's because I had TA for the rabbit, for the thumper.
yes. You were using animal handling instead for the thumper.
Ah, that's what it was.
And I'm actually going to, because he's loaded, for him, does the thumper
125 is loaded.
The plus you.
plus you?
I'm
He's
40
heavy.
pounds.
Yes.
It's just an oversized, or it's just a large rabbit.
So
It's not meant to carry loads, really, except
It is. It's a beast of burden.
it is a beast of burden. Tell me what its load is. Tell me, does it say what a load of?
Does it have a load? Oh, cool.
It doesn't have a load. It says a thumper can carry one additional unwieldy item before becoming encumbered.
So technically,
Helmet.
the two arms each would count as an unwieldy item because
Really?
those arms, yes. An anvil is an unwieldy item. An anvil weighs about 50 pounds.
Okay. I was
So-
thinking unwieldy being like shape because it's very easy to attach.
Weight would also do it too, because it's not
It's
like
both.
you could. It's not like something you can
both.
hold in one hand. It's
yeah, it's
Okay.
slung over its back with ropes,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
it would have to be careful.
Unwieldy in this game is both.
I have wire if that would help us with our loads, but I don't. know.
As of right now, it's all in
Not
there.
really
But
what
we'll
we're
split it up amongst the horses when we get there, if they're there.
Right.
not
So you
really
technically have two unwieldy loads on this
Okay.
thing. So I'm gonna have you roll. And also, does it have stats? Because you can. I'll give you the.
It does have stats.
Okay. Let me look at.
At what point are we roll? How many rolls do we roll before we get to our horses?
We're gonna roll. I think he's right.
it's
I think
like-
it was 6. It
It
was
was
6
6, and
before
then from the
horses.
horses, we were just off the trail.
Yeah.
Okay.
You didn't
bother
have to
with
make
rolls before
any
the horses?
rolls
Okay.
with the horses. Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So let me real quick look at this. Look at this fucking creature so I can see, because I think that because it's unwieldy, it should maybe make rolls itself, you know? It's because it's kind of a little overboard. What's the word I'm looking for?
I mean, it'll
Overburden.
roll better than me.
Probably. That's why I'm looking at it. And
Or
that's
wait,
okay.
intelligence for an intelligence roll.
I don't know. That's what I want to look at real quick. Give me a second.
It's got strength 1, dex 2, endurance 1, awareness 2, intelligence -3, charisma -2.
Does this feel like a strength or an endurance?
Endurance.
Endurance makes sense.
They're both 1.
Yeah, I'm just trying to feel it out, because I'm setting precedent here on like you're kind of pushing this animal, and that's okay, right? This animal's meant to be pushed. You won't do this in most scenarios. The only reason you're pushing it is because laden is harder down than it is up.
Yeah,
Like,
you're right.
So if it was a strength roll, it would be straightly, like it would be like
It
walking
is
up the hill.
nearly 11.
Endurance would be coming
Can
down.
I push us to come to a decision, or
yeah, I'm gonna
Continue
call
this.
it endurance. I'm gonna call it endurance. Make me
Okay.
you make me 2 sets of rolls. Roll animal handlings, and then an endurance for the thing if you succeed the animal handling. Whatever rules I gave you before on the animal handling still apply. Then the endurance.
Okay,
We're all
dirty
rolling in
20 for
intelligence?
animal handling.
Yes. Dirty 20 for animal handling. Okay, roll the endurance to make sure it's doing well. It's an intermediate check. It's a 13. If you beat a 13, it'll. But you can't use your luck on this guy.
16.
got exactly a 13.
Okay.
I got a 13 as well. Well, no, plus
Nice.
my 1, so 14.
Stupid.
Nice.
Fucking.
Juris trips and falls down the entire mountain and dies.
Right
Oh
away.
no.
Well, here's the
No.
problem, Rod, with trying to trick your game master. They tend to get mad at you and make things bad. So yeah, we like working with our game masters, especially when they're being neutral with us. It's when they start being not neutral, like my friend left. When you start worrying.
All right.
You're giving
Jairus,
such a bad rap for left
Jairus
today.
immediately does trip and fall. So that happens
Tricking
right
your
away.
tricking your game master is like turning your computer off and on in the middle of your video game. It doesn't actually do what you think it's gonna do.
All right. Next set of rolls. Let's just make 6 real quick and we'll be done.
14.
18.
All right. You made
Oh,
it. You
another
made
roll. 17.
Same DCs?
it. Yes.
Then yes, I made it. I got 13 on the money.
Are we on to the third one yet?
Yeah. Go ahead. Go to
I'm
the
got
on the
excited.
third one now.
I got excited and I rolled. I got a 14.
15.
15.
Jairus fucking falls again. Jairus falls again.
Things can
Wow.
very well turn ugly. Yeah, no, this.
Oh,
I've
I
seen
fall on the fourth one.
I fall on the fourth
still
one as
good.
well.
I'm still barely hanging on. That one I got a 17, so I was a little bit better.
On the fifth, I got a 21 though. I learned my lesson. And on the sixth, I fall again.
I fall on the fifth one,
Jairus makes it on the 5th and the 6th. But
and I fall on my
what
last
happened?
one.
Just
I
to be
trip,
what happened
on
when
the
we
last
fall?
one.
I trip into
What
my
happened?
horse on the last one.
Yeah, what happens
Actually-
when we fall, by the way?
So if you
fail?
fall, you take the DC was sorry, I should have been
13.
telling you this. The DC was 13. So if you remember what you fell by for each of the times you fell,
Okay. Shit.
you're gonna take
Failed
a
pretty hard
D6.
both times.
You're gonna take a D6. So let's start with Gall 6 plus the difference between what you rolled and what the DC was.
6 plus.
Yeah,
9. So D6 plus 9 for the first one.
6. What's the next one? It's a 5 plus whatever the difference is. And to be fair, this is what Jairus has
that
been
one
taking
was
this whole time.
7. So you rolled a 6 and a 5?
Unfortunately. Oh, you know what? Let me reroll
How?
those because those were with Jairus' dice. Here you go. I'll re-roll them for you. That seems fair.
I don't. No, that's fine.
No. Here we go.
bitch.
I rolled a 5 and a 6.
Thanks, man. I'm really glad you gave me a second shot at that. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
Jeff, I have a
Fuck, that
question.
first one hurt a lot.
On
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
fifth one, I rolled a nat 20. Can I skip the sixth?
Gall was looking so good, and then he took one
I want a reward
real
for
big
nothing.
fall.
Yeah, you do want a reward for nothing. And nat 20s don't often do anything for skill checks. So I'm going to say no.
Okay. That's what. I'll
By
be
the,
fair.
by the way, ow.
Yeah.
I took 24 damage.
Oh, you got
I think
lucky.
this
I
is
didn't
gonna
take
be
as,
the one
I
that
didn't take
gets
as much
me.
as you, but I took 20. All right, not 20. I took 16. I meant 20.
As all
Ow.
things fucking should
Fuck.
be. On the
Shit.
sixth
God
one,
damn it.
Thumper rolled a 1.
Oh
The
no!
sixth and final one, he rolled a 1.
Well, Thumper only takes 1 damage plus the 12 difference. Is that going to be enough to kill him? Because he doesn't die. I won't
No.
let him die here. Okay, then he just gets
No.
pretty hurt. He fucking rolls
1
an ankle.
damage plus 12, so 13. He's at 12.
Jesus.
He
More
gets
health
pretty
than
hurt.
me.
That hurted it.
I just want all of you to know, no matter how fucked up you got, nobody's as fucked up as your,
Jairus
as your
again?
poor friend Jairus.
How
who
much
goes,
health does
and
Jairus
this is
have?"
why I don't want to fucking have a base up here because I can't go 2 steps without falling into some bullshit.
Look, I'm just saying, like, we could have built bridges and shit. We don't have to do this again.
Yeah, all I'm saying is on my last roll, I face planted my horse. That's what hurts me. Is my face is now.
Go buy some wood
Bruised.
and some supplies, make some rope bridges. How much health does he have?
Thumper lands on a rock funny.
Not a lot.
I'm gonna be straight with you. Here, the amount of
Thumper
health
has more
that
health.
the amount of health that Jairus has, his max, is 33. Do you want to take a guess about how much he left there with?
2.
3.
4.
He left
I would have
with
said 4.
2.
Oh my god. You get a cookie.
Yeah. You get a cookie. He looks fucked up. He fell halfway down that fucking mountain.
So I
He
wasn't
fell
wrong
and kept
Yeah.
when
rolling.
I said he fell at the top and kept going.
Yeah, he fell halfway down that fucking
He
mountain.
fell all the way down. Yep, he hit every fucking rock on the way down too.
Hey,
Anyway,
you might want to help him with that.
do
Now,
just for sake
now
of
we get
this
to
episode.
this is the last roll. Now we get to let's get 2 luck checks from Jorn and Gall
Okay.
because you had
Just
horses.
straight luck.
You had horses
Yes.
that you
Yes.
that you
I did-
intentionally didn't tie up.
Yes,
Oh, no,
but I
we
also
loosely
chatted
tied
with
so they
them
could
ahead
go
of
in.
them.
Yeah, and we
Yeah,
did.
they
We
had a
loosely tied them to a bush.
That's why you're making
And I
luck
responded
checks.
So
with
luck.
them.
Yeah.
And I
so
responded
16.
with them.
It's a
May I
luck
get
check.
TA for beast bonding with them?
You may get TA for beast bonding with them. I'll give you 2 even.
I had a little chat.
Yeah, I'll give you 2. One
had a
for
little chat.
chatting with them and beast bonding with them and making sure everything is. You get 2.
8.
Huh?
18.
18. And what'd you get?
16.
16. All right. What I'm going to say
By the way,
is-
did you add your luck? Goal?
Yeah, I only have
Oh,
one.
okay. All right. Just make sure.
all right.
only one.
I'm
So
the only one that actually has luck.
He's super lucky.
Gall, you immediately see your horse. Jorn, you do not immediately see your horse. You go, well, I guess this was always a chance. I'll give you another opportunity later to maybe find it if you look for it. You could roll a perceiving or something like that. You have a great nose. You could probably find him. And your luck roll wasn't super bad, so I'm going to be above board. He's probably not far away.
Okay.
You just don't see him when you get here.
Yeah, I'll roll.
We-
I'll roll my nose. I'll absolutely roll my nose. That's
Yeah.
plus 10.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. You have every chance in the world of getting this.
We immediately take the weight off of Thumper and put it on the horse.
Yeah, you took the weight off
And
of...
start walking the Thumper without me on it.
Yeah. Thumper's gonna need it. He got a little bruised, a little boost, a little beat up.
Little Bobo.
He got a little bobo. He's a great thumper. That thumper.
Yeah,
But
he is.
he,
I forgot his name, which you should have there, Clip.
but he's a little beat up. He
Esteban.
appreciates it. Esteban appreciates it.
Esteban.
All right.
So I'm gonna close us there, and we'll get back to y'all making your way back to the city with your
Making our way
25 or 125 pounds of gold or silver, and all that junk.
You tell we play too much D&D.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking
Every
about.
other system uses gold. I like the fact that this one uses silver, though. I'm a bigger fan of silver personally.
Turns their finky skull.
It's gold.
I turned my finky into gold.
Ooh, that's a good one.
What's the good one?
Too much.
My
Hey, gold member.
my vinky was the key.
Okay.
It's brush my stuka. So thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you for being along with us. Thank
Enjoying
you.
a smoke and a pancake.
Thank you to our new Chilean
Okay.
viewer. Hopefully you join us some more.
That's
Yes, thank you for
hilarious.
stopping
I love
by.
that you're watching us from Chile. That's fantastic.
Yeah, that is great.
What time is it in Chile?
Good question. We'll get to
If
that.
he's still there, if he took off, I don't know.
He's still there.
Oh.
It is
he likes the
midnight.
game.
Thank you.
He likes the
midnight.
game. Thank you for enjoying the game. 4
4:05
a.m.
p.m.
I was wrong.
Woo.
Wow.
You got one of them jobs, don't you?
Night jobs. Well, hopefully you,
One of them
you tune in
night
for more of
jobs or something.
our shows.
I'm sorry.
Well, happens to the best of us and the worst of us.
Bummer.
You know, whichever you are, I believe
And
the
everyone
best.
in between.
With all that being said, thank you for joining us. All of you new viewers, old viewers, we appreciate every single one of you. Anybody who tuned in over the time. I've been Jeff, your Torchlit Twitch Master, your Twitch Torch Master, but here I am specifically your MC. We are glad you enjoyed. We hope you enjoyed. You can definitely find us here for other shows. I'll tell you a little bit about that in a second. But for now, I'm gonna let my fine fellows here take a little bow, starting with Mav.
What's up, guys? I've been Maverick SD playing Jordan McBain. I apologize for the beginning of this, but I have to rebuild my character sheet because I built a new computer recently and forgot to transfer the files. My bad. Sorry. Admonish me. But I have had a great time, and we're gonna see how this quest turns out now that we've quote unquote completed it. We'll see. I'm here to get back to town and maybe take a little easier job next time.
You never know which jobs are going to be more difficult or more easy until you're doing them. And also joining me has been Henry.
Hello, howdy, hey. I'm Henry. I played your beat to shit little raccoon, and Klep is glad this one's over. He's ready to close the chapter on this mission and cash in for some well-deserved off time before going back to that mansion, because that is what Klep wants. He wants to go back.
What a crazy person Klep is. All right.
man.
And last but certainly last is Jameson Oxford.
Grandpappy!
You know what? I won't dig into it further. Hi, my name is Jameson Oxford. I played Gall Sigmund, your little strange man. I can also be found GMing the podcast that started all of this. And just shout it out again. Today is our 7th year anniversary since we started Torchlit Tavern. We've branched out to stream on Twitch, obviously, but we originally started as a podcast. Go check us out on anything. If you Google us, you'll find all sorts of stuff. We're on YouTube and Podbean and whatever. Go check that out. We have several shows on here, and Jeff does most of those. So I'm going to throw it back to him.
Hey, and it's back to me. Yes, it's
Just don't throw it away.
I won't throw it away. It is Torchlit Day, aka Hump Day, the day we started, and we're so happy.
Day.
The Hump Day,
Hump Prime.
Hump Prime, the day we started, and we're so happy to keep making stuff for you, and we still do, even though times are kind of tough for us. We live in the United States, and things are tough over here. Also busy. Things are good, sort of. So, all that being said, please continue to join us. We'd love to see you more. Each and every one of your beautiful faces. We do another show next week, entirely different show called Orm's Legacy. It is in old school 3.5 Dungeons and Dragons. It's run by the beautiful and lovely Katie Mischief, and we're having a grand old time over there. So we'll see what that's like when we get back there. Please join us for that.
There's already been 2 deaths.
Already 2 player deaths. We haven't even been doing it that long. We're here to mix it up. We will kill people for your entertainment. Fake people.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Fake people.
fun.
Allegedly.
And the week after that, we're going to get back to System Overload, the game where we play a bunch of different TTRPG systems, and I, as the one above all game master, tried to stitch it into one weird story. So join us for that. It'll be weird. Next time we're going to do our little Tripping the Rift in between game show that I had a name for that I have to look in my notes and see what name I wrote down. Anyways, join us for that. I can't wait to see you there. And that same week we'll be doing this show again. So you can catch us every other Friday. And we will continue to have a grand old time, grand old fun. Thank you for being here. Thank you for enjoying. Happy Hump Day. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Torchlit Day. And
Happy Singles Awareness Day.
Happy Singles Awareness Day. And fucking, when you go out there and you think you have you think you want to tell a story, I only have one piece of advice for you. Tell good stories.
Tell good stories.
Good stories.
Tell them. Allegedly.